Off the Ropes, the real episode 47. We're going to talk WWE Summer Slam. I'm your host, Mr. NSN, Brett Swinney. We got the Big Goose, KO Kyle Owens, or the head of the table, KO Kyle Owens, over there. And the alleged reader of Dirt Sheets, Dirt Sheet Brandon. Welcome, fellas.
What's up?
What's up?
I figure we have to, Roman only makes a few appearances a year, so we have to, get his theme in this week. He is going to make an appearance on the
I changed it for you. Now we're head of the table tonight.
Okay. Oh, there you go. Head of the table. Okay. How's it going, fellas?
It's going good.
I feel like we've got a couple of wrestling shows here in a row. We're grooving again. We got high school football coming up. We're gonna be I don't know what's the word, busy a little bit. Yes.
I think busy is a good way of putting it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, here on NetSN, we've got about 90 regular season games on the schedule. No, I won't be at all of them. I wish I could somehow be at all of the games, but a lot of games. And then, you guys are going to be somewhere every night on Friday, I imagine, and maybe some Thursdays.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be pretty busy, but hopefully we've got the schedule worked out where hopefully we can sneak in some wrestling here and there, because it's nice to change pace a little bit. I know I'm excited for football season, but sneaking in a wrestling show every so often it's good for the soul.
Yeah. It helps to get some wrestling in to take away from the monotony of everyday football life, because it can be a grind, and it becomes just a routine. You come in on Monday, catch up, do Tuesday, you have your same thing Wednesday, Thursday. So throwing in some wrestling there to break it up is nice.
Yeah. Brendan, how's the golf course today?
It's going good. Going good. I saw some good golfers. I saw a couple guys shot 62 again, and that's good. The guy today, he probably went to UTA and he's pro or whatever, and he started talking. He's married to a Van graduate, so that was a kind of cool little connection. And was excited he came to play in this tournament so he could go to Stanley's and get a mother clucker. And
so he played in the tournament just to go to Stanley's. I like it.
I mean, you got to qualify for these things, and it's big. Like Tony Romo was in it again. He looked like he might make the cut for the first time, but just missed short. And Roger Clemens' son Casey was in it. It was rough days for him, but we talked to him yesterday. He's great. He was fun to talk to, and so you get to meet a lot of cool people out at these events. Get to learn their stories. And I mean, the guy I interviewed today that I just said was married to the Van graduate. Last week he was playing in the 3M Open, with Bo Hostler. He beat Tony Finau last week. Wow. He was playing in Minnesota last week, and then today he's playing in Tyler, Texas. And he shot a 62 today. So
Kyle, they let you venture out to the course scene this week?
I didn't want to.
Yeah,
listen, I'm not a big golf fan. Like I really couldn't care less about it.
Only a Happy Gilmore fan though, right?
I did like Happy Gilmore. Now, maxi golf is my type of golf. All right. But no, I mean, the Happy Gilmore was good, but I will go golfing. Like, I like to golf. I just can't sit there and watch golf. It's way too slow for me. Cannot do it.
I told you how much I watch. I watch a couple people putt, and I go inside and work, and I go for the interviews and the swag. So
see, I've got a few things on my bucket list. One would be go to a Masters. I'd like to go to Augusta, and see. And I used to go to the Colonial and stuff a lot. With my parents, we'd go up there, and my mom would sit on 18 and 10. She'd find her spot and sit, and me and my dad and my brother, we'd walk the course. So I'm hoping once my son, my daughter's probably not going to want to walk around on the golf course, but hopefully when my son gets a little bit older, we can go and do that. I like watching just because, I can watch it on TV, but going to it is cool. Getting to see the holes and just kind of be there. So, but there's some wrestling coming up. Something called Summer Slam. if you saw our little before we came on, a first ever 2-night event. I think we're probably all going to agree we like that. We'd rather it be like 2 shows of 3 to 4 hours versus 1 8-hour show. Especially for a WWE pay-per-view. AEW can get away with that because they have such high octane matches that like it's more
There's
like
no excuse, Brett.
I know, but at least the
8
matches
hours is entirely too long.
So high octane that you at least like WWE's, no offense to their matches, but there's no Will Ospreays on the card. There's no any guys like that. So I'm excited. There's some pretty good matches here. First off, since we've been away, is there anything that sticks out to you guys that has happened? You know, we've obviously the music we entered in the show with, Roman Reigns has returned. A little bit interesting to see. You got him and Jay teaming up again, so that'll be a lot of fun. I'm excited about that. Then we've got the Cody Rhodes John Cena rematch. We'll see how that goes. And I think this may be the first show in a while, guys, that we've previewed something where we can actually do some picking as we go through. It's been a little bit since I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, man, I don't have it. I was looking for I usually kind of keep our little our who picked 2 here, and it's been a while, I believe, here. So that'll be fun. We'll get to do some picks as we go. But what sticks out to you guys?
I'm looking forward to it. This is the first year they've done 2 nights.
Mm-hmm.
As it just all kind of blends together for me. So I was like, I figured we'd done it before, but yeah. Now I'm looking forward to it. I mean, we'll get into the matches, but I think I'm looking forward to both nights. But I'm really looking forward to night 2, just because at night 2 you got a variety of styles of matches. Like you got, night 1 is just all like it's all one-on-ones. Well, you got tag team. But it's like all just straight matches. Night 2, you've got a street fight, a steel cage match, a no DQ match, and the 6-pack TLC. So like 4 of the 6 are kind of specialty matches. So you got more Extreme Rules matches than on the Extreme Rules pay-per-view. So I think night 2 has a chance to be. I think night 1 may be better for storyline, maybe. We'll see. I mean, we'll see, because I'm sure we'll get something big in that Cena Cody, and we'll get into it. But I think night 2 has the chance to form more wow moments.
Yeah, Kyle.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to it for sure. I'm excited for the pay-per-view. I'm gonna be honest, just on I'm not excited about another Cena and Cody match because the WrestleMania match sucked. I mean, it was not good. So I'm not looking forward to that per se, but I know it's not so much about the match, it's the story going along with it. So but I'm with Brandon too. I think night 2 looks better on paper, and like he was saying, every match has some type of plunder involved in it almost. So it's going to be exciting. It's going to be awesome, but I'm looking forward to it. And I think it's going to be a great show. And we see WWE has to put on these good pay-per-views because they're having one, every 3 weeks now. So they're loading up. This card is loaded up with stuff, and something big is going to happen because it's SummerSlam. It's the biggest party of the summer. Something wild is going to happen. And I have an idea on what that may be.
I think I may know where you're going with that, KO. I think it may have been what you were hinting last time on our show. You may have something there. I do. I agree. I really, to be honest with you, I kind of knew some of the matches, but today was the first day I kind of eyeballed the card, just kind of how they do have it laid out. I do agree with you. I think they have structured it where night 1 is a lot of like really good matches that I think I'm looking forward to, but they're not. They're just kind of they're not the extracurricular matches, I'll say, where you got the street fight and the ladder match, steel cage. Man, it's gonna be man, that tag team match though, gosh, it's gonna be just a mess. I'm looking forward to that one. I mean, you got those kind of guys in this match with Andrade, Ray Phoenix, the Motor City Machine Guns, Fraxium, Street Profits, and then you add in the DIY, and I mean those guys all are. Some of them have different styles, but a lot of those guys are like aerial guys anyway. There's going to be some crazy spots on some chairs, ladder. I mean, I'm just praying no one gets hurt. I mean, but I really think that one could end up stealing the show, because they've done a pretty good job of this tag team division. It's been kind of dysfunctional and all at each other's throat, but they've done a good job of building heat between the two over the last 3-4 months. You have everyone wants to be the boss of the division, and then now everybody's kind of like doesn't like White Six, but then they still don't like each other enough to team together. So I think there's an interesting dynamic here. I still hope they keep it on White Six just because of they just got it. But I think this match is going to be amazing. But I agree. I like the matches. The second night are going to be a little crazier, I think. But you got night one. I mean, you just have CM Punk and Roman Reigns and some pretty big names on night one. So it's going to be a solid card. You ready to talk about it a little bit? All right. I don't know what the order is going to be. Obviously, I'm just going to guess on how they're listed here in front of me, that I'm going to start at the bottom and work my way up on night one. We got Sami Zayn and Karrion Kross here is the first one. Now, there's a lot of story here. Now, I don't know how much. Well, I'm sure Dirt Sheet knows, but Karrion Kross does not have a contract as of right now. He has not been offered a new deal. I think his deal is at the end of this month. So this could be a farewell match for Karrion Kross. I mean, we may see Sammy come unglued and end Karrion Kross's run in WWE. Now, I hope he gets a shot somewhere, because his character is really been interesting lately. They haven't really used him real well, and they've done more of his NXT character and his entrance and some things that I really like. And he's had some interesting interactions backstage, but I wish they would use it. He could be a really good person to go in like an AEW, because he already has a built-in kind of character following type. But I think this is the farewell for Kross. And so I think Sammy beats him, and we don't see Karrion Kross at least in WWE for this run. I think this finishes him off. What do you guys think?
I disagree.
Uh-oh.
Because I do agree that there's skeptics with his contract. He might not have, him and Scarlett might not have a contract. I think they'll get it done, and I think he wins this match, and I think he does it with help. I think I'm not gonna say who, but they're not currently in the WWE. I don't.
No, Kyle, he's got some Dirt Sheet knowledge on.
I mean, I don't know. It's just a guess. It's just a guess, but I don't want to.
It sounds like insider knowledge there.
No,
I think so.
It's an educated guess, and but I don't want to like say who I hope or think it's going to be, because then I want it to be a surprise. Like, I don't want to be like, oh, well, I expected this to happen. I want it to be a surprise because even if it happens, I'm still going to be surprised, because like I don't know, but like it's just going out of hunch. I think we're getting some new people, and they're going to come help Kross, and we're going to get a new faction.
I mean, I'm down with that if that's what happens, depending on who it is. And now you've got me intrigued, Kyle.
But regardless, I'm gonna pick Kross in this one.
Okay.
Kyle? I also disagree. I don't think Kross is going anywhere right now. I think last time he had a contract situation, he got real upset when the particulars of his contract situation got out. So I think he probably already has a deal, because why would they be featuring him as much as they are on TV, giving him a match on a big time PLE, and got brand new merch for him? It just doesn't make sense for him not to be under contract and then to be doing all that for him. So I think he's got a contract signed, but his deal is up come August. So you could be right. Like it could be his last match, but I don't personally think that. But also, I don't think Karrion's winning. I want to see Karrion win, just because he's been booked as a loser. But Sammy, I think the story is Sammy. Now you could have Sammy lose this and then go on his little redemption run all up till Royal Rumble, but you could start it now too by giving him a win over Karrion and kind of defeating the bully. Either way, I'm picking Sammy, but I also am not looking forward to this match because Karrion Kross is not the most exciting wrestler to watch. And the past couple times, the Night of Champions match was decent, but the last match they had was completely boring. And I'm just ready for this feud to be over. So I'm just kind of past it.
Well, that's what I think. I think Sammy wins and he moves on from this. I think that's kind of he defeats his. It's like the little devil on his shoulder. He defeats him and he kicks him off and he moves on. I don't know.
I just don't know what that means for Kross though. Like that, and that's my issue. If Kross loses, I don't know where he goes from here, and that's the problem.
But regardless if Sammy wins or loses, I think either way I think he's going to be written off for a while. And I don't think he's going on his run right now. I think he's going to be written off and then come back either at Royal Rumble or right before the Royal Rumble. I think something's happening either during this match or after this match. And I think he will get, Kross has already hit him with a steel pipe in the stomach a couple times. And especially if Kross does get some help, whether he wins or loses, I think Sammy gets taken out one way or another, regardless if he wins or loses. And I think we won't see Sammy for a while until, closer to the Rumble.
Okay.
All right. I'd be okay with that too. And my issue with Sammy's matches is they're all the same. He gets beat down for 85% of the match and then comes back at the end and wins. It's just, I get it. It's the underdog story, but it's played out. Do we have to do it every single match that he has? And it's going to be the same thing on Saturday, and that's why I'm just not looking forward to it.
You just have Karrion Kross beat him, and then he just turns and goes crazy and just goes to this new.
I'd prefer that than a normal Sammy match. That's him getting beat 90% of it.
Yeah, but he's fighting back. He's fighting back
every time.
Yeah, and speaking of that, that kind of, I don't know why it just triggered me, but it reminded me of like hulking up, and we've had Hulk Hogan pass away since we've had our show, and man, just I thought WWE did a pretty good job. They've had 10 bell salutes in every single show, and everybody was out there, and you can say what you want about things he's done over the last 10 years outside of wrestling. There's people that people make mistakes. I'm one that's, it wasn't like he went out and killed somebody. He did say some things that probably shouldn't have been said, and I think he probably regrets it a lot, I would imagine. And so I hate that kind of has tarnished him a little bit, but he's still Hulk Hogan, and my all-time favorite memory and like my favorite part of wrestling was when he started the New World Order with Big Sexy Kevin Nash and Scott Hall. So like that was when wrestling was like cool. Like it really just, took off. The 80s and stuff when he was going before that, it's a little bit before my time, probably all of us, unless you went back and watched old matches. But I just, it's still crazy that, and Hulk Hogan, he was in, felt like excellent condition. And you see Ric Flair has just gone through the ringer and he's still hacking. But I don't know if y'all saw that interview with Rick, but he had an interview and he was really upset. Like he took it hard, and a lot of others did too. But I'm hoping that people will remember him for who he is, and for me, I think I respect him because even at the end of his life, he was professed believer. Like he's out there and he tried to live like, and again, everybody messes up. And so I'm hoping that people will quit this back and forth and kind of remember him for who he was and not for a mistake he made. Because again, we all make it. He just happened to make it, and he's one of the biggest stars in the world. If someone else would have said something, it may not have been as big a deal. So, but again, man, just a tough loss in the wrestling world. Just tough.
Yeah, that was because that was my childhood, was watching Hulk Hogan. So yeah, that was tough. That hit me hard on Thursday and Friday, and that was he was. He was, to try to explain it to the current generation, he was our John Cena, but 1,000 times bigger. than John Cena's ever been. Like, he was just huge. And he was so big for pro wrestling and made pro wrestling mainstream. And, without him, pro wrestling, we might not even have it today, just because, he saved the WWF in the 80s, and then he saved the business in the 90s with the whole NWO stuff that really, elevated and gave a way to keep things going. But, yes, WCW ended up going down in it, but it elevated WWE back, and it, kept wrestling going. So he did so much for the business. I don't dismiss anything he's done. I mean, he did some bad things, whatever. But also, I'm one that can kind of I try to separate things, especially like, because I consider, we no secrets here. I consider wrestlers like TV performers, actors, whatever. And so just because someone says something bad, Christian Bale says something bad or whatever, does something bad, I mean, he's be an awful person, but it ain't gonna make me not watch Batman, so it's just like one of those things is I try to separate the, yes, it was Hulk Hogan, but Terry Bollea was the person that said, I know, yeah, it's the same person, whatever, but I still can appreciate what he did in the ring and separate that just a little bit and still think, he did some things really bad away from the ring. So.
Yeah, I got into wrestling a lot later, so I had to just go back and watch a bunch of the old Hogan stuff and hear stories about Hogan. So I didn't experience Hogan like y'all experienced Hogan.
So what you're saying, Kyle, is that we're old. What you're saying?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying I didn't experience it like y'all did. So but I do understand the importance and how big Hulk Hogan is and was to wrestling. Like, to what y'all said, wrestling would not be what it is today if there were no Hulk Hogan. And there could not be anyone other than Hulk Hogan to do what he did, like to take the companies on his back and to have complete creative control where he decides whether he wins or loses a match. Like, that's unheard of. Like, people don't do that. They don't have that kind of power, but Hulk Hogan did. So he, as great as he was for this industry, like Brandon said, you have to be able to separate the artist from the human. And that's what Hulk Hogan is, an artist. He's a character. Hulk Hogan is a character in a story, in a show, and he is great. Hulk Hogan is amazing. He did a lot. Terry Bollea is a different story. You can have your own opinion on Terry Bollea, but that doesn't diminish what Hulk Hogan did in the ring and did for the wrestling industry. Those are two separate things. Like Brandon was saying, like, it is a bad example, but you're going to understand where I'm going with this. Ray Lewis, right? He was accused of killing someone. Now, does that change your opinion of Ray Lewis at all? Does that make you stop? Does that make you stop watching Ravens or stop watching football or stop, watching his big hits? No, because that's him performing. That's the artist at work. Same thing with Hulk Hogan. That's him performing. That is the character. You can celebrate the character and feel how you feel about the person on the outside. And at the end of the day, somebody lost a father, a grandfather. Like, this is a human that was lost that meant a lot to a lot of people. So yes, did he do some things that are questionable? We all have. Just all of them haven't been recorded. Yeah. I mean, let's keep it real. Like, his wrongdoings were brought to light because it was recorded. By no way am I defending it. I'm just saying, before we throw rocks at other people, let's look in the mirror first, because if everything we said was recorded, we probably wouldn't like that either, right? Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, you just got to separate. I hate it that people are trying to tarnish Hulk Hogan's name because of stuff Terry Bollea did. Like, that's not fair. That's not fair to Hulk Hogan.
And here's the thing, Kyle. What's the saying? He who has not sinned cast the first stone. All these folks are throwing things out. It may not be the same thing that they've done, but they've done something. And, like Hulk Hogan is such a huge figure. He's put on a higher pedestal, right? He has to be if anything happens, it's going to be blown. That's the way it is with anybody that's a figure, a star figure, whether it's in a sport or an actor or whatever. I mean, anything they do is going to be brought to light more than others. And it's not like it's any different than things that we mess up on a daily basis. But I mean, we may say things to somebody that, man, I wish I hadn't have said that to somebody. I didn't mean that. I was just
And
angry.
that doesn't make it right. It
Right,
doesn't make
correct.
it right.
Correct. But that
you
doesn't
shouldn't
mean
be punished for it for your whole entire life. If you show remorse for it and you are truly contrite about it, then that shouldn't be held over your head
Yeah.
for the rest of your life. And it shouldn't affect your work that you have poured your life into.
Yeah.
But
yeah. I agree. And I think that I mean, my saddest thing about this whole thing, and you know, we'll move on in a minute, but the reaction he got when he came out to the Raw for Netflix, it was a very mixed reaction. Like it wasn't that Hulk Hogan reaction. And the sad part is, to me, is that was Hulk Hogan, the wrestler, his last appearance in WWE, and that's the reaction he got.
That also had a lot because that was in California. Like, if that's in Florida, it's not gonna be the same reaction.
Yeah, it's true.
Uh-huh.
again, though, that's Terry Bollea's choice.
But you could. It's people from California. You can't like they don't think.
I get
that.
it,
They
but
don't
I'm
think like
saying, but I'm saying, what I'm saying though is that it's a political thing. It's gonna cause. It doesn't either. One side's gonna be pissed at you either way.
Because also though is because technically on those things, he did come out as Hulk. You know.
Well, yeah,
he is. But
and
he brought that on himself.
And
I mean,
kind of no offense, but he has the right to have a political party, and so
no,
I mean,
100%,
he is a person. So that's gonna, again, if that had been like Brandon said, if it had been in Texas or Florida or somewhere else, it probably definitely would have been a different reaction. Yeah. But
well, then that's on WWE for bringing him out there in California. I mean, let's read the room.
Yeah, but it's just it's the Netflix premiere. It's just.
I get it, but I'm with you though, Brett. I hate that that's his final appearance. Like that's how his last appearance on WWE television was.
Did you notice though they didn't show any of that on because like the first episode of Unreal was that Netflix episode, and they didn't even show Hulk. Like you didn't see Hulk Hogan at all.
Mm-mm. Yeah, I mean, and I hate it because Hulk's career in wrestling, he should have had a better reception. But again, hindsight's 2020. Had California known, right, regardless that was good, had wrestling fans known that was going to be the last time he's on WWE television, they're not booing him out of the building.
Is that the big gym? Or is it it's the gym? It's Jeremy Diamond.
What's up, fellas? What's up?
Jeremy, we just kind of
come in. I mean, a little late, but I thought I'd come in.
No, you're good. We actually just have done one match, and then we kind of got off and we're kind of giving our thoughts on the passing of Hulk Hogan. It's been since we've been on, and kind of just what he meant to the business, and kind of the reactions and stuff with his personal choices that's kind of affected some of the way people are remembering him.
Yeah, I think that it's so hard, right? Like, I think it's that weird spot where you have to separate the two, right? Like, I think you could be appreciative of Hulk Hogan, the wrestler, and what he did for the business and all the things, right? And then I think you have to separate some things that he said that were stupid, right, and shouldn't have been said, and some things right. I mean, I think you can have both if you're intelligent. I think people that are narrow-minded can't see that it can be both, right? Like I don't know, so many people, I feel like it's one or the other. You can either, you have to be perfect in all things. Well, no one is. He just happened to have some of his moments that weren't great, broadcast to the world.
All right. So we talked about the first match, Jeremy. It was night one. It's Karrion Kross, Sami Zayn. Who you got? What do you think is going to happen here?
Man, I think this is one of those where I think Zayn wins it, but I think Karrion wins because I think he wins the mind game, Like, I think Karrion finally gets Sammy to snap and do something underhanded to take the win. Like, I think that's the thing where, like, he's going to pull out the conflicted Sammy, where Sammy has to make a choice. There's going to be an opportunity at some point to do something sneaky and nefarious. And I think Sammy's going to take the choice. And then I think Karrion's going to get beat, but I think he's going to leave with the last laugh kind of deal.
Okay. So Brandon took Karrion Kross. He thinks there's going to have a faction coming. He's got a faction coming. I think Karrion Kross is losing and he's going off TV and his contract's expiring. And Kyle, you kind of thought that Sammy wins, but then Karrion gets kind of similar to Jeremy, that Karrion gets the last laugh. He gets the win, but he takes him out after the match, right? Was that what you said?
I did not, but I could see.
Oh, you said that. You see that.
I said regardless of the result. I picked Karrion to win, but I did say regardless of the result, I think they write Sammy off for a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll pick Sammy to win. I just don't know. I don't know what happens with Karrion Kross after he loses. I have no idea what they do with it.
I think this PLE is make or break for him, right? Like, I think this is the one where, like, depending on how the crowd pops and what the crowd's reaction is, I think this could. I think this is one of those where they're on the fence about re-signing somebody, and the reaction to what happens here could be a big impact on that. Maybe, I don't know. I think he's done some solid work. I think he's one of those characters that can be limited. You don't have to see him in the ring every week to have an impact, But I also think you have to give him more ring time at the same time. It's kind of a both and, but I think he's earned it with some of the other stuff. But, I think he's sneaky and underhanded. And
I do like the fact that we all four, some of us are picking the same way, but we all four have a different way this could go, which tells me I like this. You remember, like, maybe 6 months to a year ago, we go to a WWE pay-per-view and we all would pick the same thing, and we kind of knew it was going to happen. We've had those, right? I feel like this is a great example of storytelling where they've got us twisted. We don't know which way they're going to go, and they've got a lot of options. So I like it. It makes me want to watch because I don't know what's going to happen. All right, the next match I have on here now, again, we have no idea what the order is, I don't think, at this point. I mean, we can guess, but the next match I have on here is a pretty big tag match, which I'm sure this match is not the same, or maybe it was. Maybe Kyle's got onto something, but we got Roman Reigns and Jey Uso versus Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. I don't know that this was going to be the match that we were going to have a few months ago now. Maybe it is, but I like the fact we got Roman and Jey back together. I know Paul Heyman's got something up his sleeve. Maybe he brings in another member, but I'm gonna go with Roman Reigns. I don't think he's losing this match. I think him and Jey back together. I'm gonna go with the OG bloodline here.
Man, I don't know if all y'all watched Raw, but they ended Raw big with these four. I think this will be the main event of night one, is what I would imagine. And man, this is a tough one. I still don't. I think you're right. I think Roman's gonna get the pin on. Man, I don't know. I guess you pin Bronson.
It's not going to be Braun Breaker. It's going to be Bronson Reed.
Yeah, so I guess he pins Bronson. Man. Yeah, I'll go with that, but I could see it going either way. I mean, this there's a lot that could happen in this match. I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be fun. That's to say, like, it was fun what they did on Monday night, and some of those spots that Braun had Monday night were insane.
that double spear through the barrier was brutal.
And then the one before to Roman, and then and then we got
the shoes.
Braun's the shoe collector now.
I think the only reason Roman they lose is if someone is added to this group, and it becomes a numbers game. That's what I think.
Yeah, I would say Jimmy. I would say if anything, Jey takes the pin. If Breaker and Reed are going to win, I think Breaker, if anything, it has to pin Jey Uso. I don't think you can pin Roman. Right? I think you can use this as your launching point for Braun Breaker, which I kind of hinted at Monday. I think that's the only way that works, is if there's an outside interference and Jey gets pinned. I don't see anybody pinning Roman in a tag match for sure. In a singles match, maybe at some point, but not in a tag match. I'm still kind of leaning toward toward Roman and Jay, and I wonder if this is how they bring Jimmy back over to the Raw side, and there's an interference on the other side, and then Jimmy comes down to save the day kind of thing. And I don't know. I've just heard some, there's been some rumblings about does Jimmy come back over to the Raw side, and
he's helping Fatu at the moment, so you
Yeah.
think that might be merged together?
yeah, he might.
You got Survivor Series on the horizon.
I disagree with all of y'all.
Uh-oh. There we go, Professor head of the table.
I'm picking Braun and Bronson to win, and here's why. Roman just came back. He was off TV for months, and he decided to show up to work for SummerSlam. Excellent. He's got to film Street Fighter, right? Or has that already been filmed?
No, it's starts August 20th.
Okay.
Same with Cody.
Even better. So, Braun and Bronson, you're building Seth and his group up as this big-time, important faction that's dominating WWE, right? What sense does it make to bring Roman back for 3 weeks, a month, and beat Braun or Bronson and stop that momentum? Wouldn't you want to keep the momentum for Braun and Bronson going? So what I say is Wrestling 101 tells us that the team that looks strong on the go-home show ends up losing at the pay-per-view. That's Wrestling 101. I think they're going to go against that, and I think Braun and Bronson win, and I think Braun pins Roman. Braun Breaker pins Roman.
Ooh.
He's made the comments, I'm the big dog now. This is my yard. What better way to make a statement and put a freaking rocket pack to Braun Breaker than pin the head of the table? I don't care if it's a tag match. Pin the head of the table. 1, 2, 3 on the mat. You get the win. And that makes him even stronger. I think this is far down the line, but I think Seth and Braun are going to have a falling out, and they're going to end up going at it. What better way to keep building Braun up when Braun can say, I got to win over Roman. I pinned Roman, blah, 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 all this other stuff. Yes, I know Seth did it at Mania, but that was with help from Paul Heyman. So anyway, I think Braun wins. Braun and Bronson win, and I think it's Braun pinning Roman to get the win.
So
and then Roman goes away.
Does Roman come back for this if Seth is not injured? Would he have been back, or would he have just stayed off anyway and not come for Summer? Did he come earlier? I wonder.
I think Roman was always coming back for SummerSlam. I think he was always going to be at SummerSlam.
I just wonder if this was the original match. That's what I was hinting at. Like, it's the match you would have had if.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. Like, you need Braun and Bronson to be doing something, and it ties in. Jay has tie-in with Roman. It gets them back together, so you start seeing the formation of the original bloodline, which then you can get Jimmy and them coming back. Maybe we get help from Sammy comes Survivor Series. Like, I think that's the building back of it. But I think Roman was always planning on being at SummerSlam, and I don't know if this was the exact match, but I like it. I'm not opposed to it.
If this wasn't the main event, I would say that we could be just no definitive winner. But since it's likely going in the show, I bet we have a definitive winner. And I could see, like I said, I could see it going either way. I like what Kyle said, and but I'm gonna stick with the Roman wins. But I definitely I think what Kyle said could be better. So.
Yeah. And Brendan, do you have your odds?
Oh, let me see. Let me see what I got. We got SummerSlam.
I'd like to see that because we can wait to see after.
Here we go. When was the 29th? Yeah, we got new ones sent the 29th.
Uh-oh.
Let's see. Braun. Oh wow. Roman and Jay are minus 1,500.
Oh.
And in that first match, Sammy's minus 250.
Okay.
So, what I'll do is I'll give the odds after we all pick each time and kind of.
Yeah, Kyle. Go if you're really thinking your theory's right. You might want to go put a couple of dollars on it. You know?
I'll tell you what.
You get them at plus 600.
I'll tell you what. We all can go in and put in on that one and then I'll split it with you. I am not betting just my own money on this, but I will gladly take y'all's money, and then if we win, then I'll split it with you. but I don't want to join on my
So
own.
you're not that confident in your pick.
I'm confident in it. I just don't got the money to do it, so I need some help.
Oh man. Well, there's some NetSN games coming. Oh wait, you're busy during football. Well, sorry, Kyle.
Other games going on then.
I could help you out, but maybe Papa O can spot you. He'll be making some cash.
That's true. That's true. I'll hit up Pops for some money.
All right. Next one on the list here, the Women's Tag Team Championship. We got Judgment Day, Raquel Rodriguez, Roxanne Perez versus Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. Man, I've really enjoyed this kind of on both sides. You got stories with both sides of these. You've got Raquel and Roxanne, like when's Liv going to come back and get in the mix of this? You've got Alexa Bliss and Charlotte. I really like the kind of the forced tag team. Now they're kind of, they're allies of convenience or whatever, but I think we're starting to see a friendship form there. I really like that. Some of my best or my favorite character work from Charlotte Flair in I don't know how long. Like her character needed something different. It was we come out, we boo her because she gets every title shot and she wins and yada yada yada. Now, saying that, how long can you play with these two and not give them a little bit of a run? Like I'd like to see a run. What I think happens, and this may be early, I don't know, but I think at some point Liv's coming back. I think this could be when Liv comes back and distracts Raquel and Roxanne somehow and costs them their title. They've, that Judgment Day's racked up all these titles while she's been gone. The second she comes back, all of a sudden she's bad luck, and that causes tension in the group. They have their own little tiffs going there, and you give Charlotte and Alexa Bliss a little run with the tag titles. They kind of formed a tag team. We've talked about how the women's tag teams have been not that great. They've actually done something with these two and made it make sense. So I'm going to go with that. And I think Judgment Day kind of splits off and they have their own little deals. Now, again, I think that eventually happens. I'm going to say it happens at SummerSlam. Biggest party of the summer. I'm going to say it happens here. And we're going to have Charlotte and Alexa Bliss, the new champions.
I do think Charlotte and Alexa win. I don't know if Liv's coming back just yet, but I do think we'll eventually get some of that. I just don't know if Liv's ready yet. I don't know the timetable. So
I don't know that she could just show up. Maybe she doesn't have to do anything, and it distracts them by her just coming out there.
Or maybe Dom comes and inadvertently cost them.
Yeah, I think there's too much story right now in the Judgment Day, which, man, if you'd have told me 3 years after they formed they'd still have good stories going, I would have been laughing at your face. But they kind of have gone into some lulls. But right now, I've really enjoyed
none of the original members.
Yeah, it's been great. They've done a really good job with it, and so I think they've got enough story without the belts, and I think Charlotte and Alexa can tell some stories with them. So that's why
I do. I definitely think Charlotte and Alexa win, and then they'll hold the titles for a while before breaking up and facing at Mania. But them having the women's tag titles would be good because the women's tag title could use some juice, and I mean that'd be two of the biggest stars I've had in a long time. So.
All right. I will pick the. I'm gonna be different. I was hoping that Jeremy would go first so I could be different from everybody, but I'll be different on this one. I'm taking Raquel and Roxanne to retain, and here's why. We don't need to rush anything. Let's take our time. Let's cook. Let's let it marinate. I love this is the most I've liked Charlotte Flair in her entire run in WWE. She looks happy. She looks natural. She's having fun. Natural in the sense of never mind. But she looks like she's having fun. And I'm not crazy. I know. Anyway, but I think we're seeing a different side of Charlotte, and it's refreshing to see. I think what happens on Saturday is something happens where there's a miscommunication between Alexa and Charlotte that cost them the match. So they still, because they're just allies of convenience, they're not really friends, right? They need to work on that, build up that friendship a little bit. So maybe we go a couple, 3-4 weeks again of them having other tag matches, building that chemistry, give them vignettes of them going out and getting pedicures or something. I don't know, do something that shows them bonding and growing together. Then they get back to the tag team title match. Then they win the titles. Then you get on that split. I just think it's too early we don't need to rush it. I think it's too early to do all that. They just got together. So I'm picking Raquel and Roxanne to retain because I don't think Liv's coming back just yet.
Yeah, Liv's not coming back till Mania. Liv will come back Mania. You'll get a bigger pop that way. I think it's going to be more of a deal. I think I was going to say that I think Bliss and Flair lose, but I don't think it's miscommunication. I think the Judgment Day interferes. I think it's a Dom interference. Somebody in a crucial moment grabs a leg, puts it on a rope, something like that, that costs them the easy pin, right? And then they make it their mission to not let that happen again, and they work their way to one of those like – we want a tag team cage match, or we want to, I think they can, like you said, I think they can play this out in the long run. I don't think they have to give the titles. And I think if they gave the titles to Flair and Bliss, I think it just lends to the criticism of Charlotte that she always gets a title when she comes back. Where I think if they lose this one, you can tease that out a little bit like, man, I thought it was just going to be easy. I thought I was just going to come back and get a title. I'm going to have to do something different. I think continue to evolve that character a little bit, make her more likable again. And again, I wouldn't be upset if it went either way. Like, this is one of those that, like, I think the Raquel Roxanne thing has been fun to kind of watch, and then Dom to kind of try to figure out what, like, depending on who's looking at him, how he feels, right? Like, he looks gaga over Roxanne until Raquel looks at him, and then he's like stone cold again, And so I think it's just an interesting play. I think they can go a lot of ways with it, but I think there's interference that keeps Charlotte and Alexa from winning. So they still keep a bond together, and they still have to work on things. Because I think if you do what you're saying, Kyle, I think that's an easier way for them to split versus coming together. But
okay, all right. Next up, we've got the Superstar versus television. Well, not television. Rockstar. You've got Randy Orton and Jelly Roll. This is the country music singer.
Brother, you made that a lot more complicated than it had to be. I didn't know where you were going with that.
Logan Paul's still an outsider to me. I know he's good.
No, he's a superstar.
He's signed to WWE. He's a wrestler.
You guys know how I feel about the Logan.
But who's his tag team partner going to be?
Drew McIntyre.
Are we sure
he's stuck in England.
Yeah.
Oh, is
he's stuck in England on a passport issue?
Oh, is it?
But
he went for a wedding or something, and they said it's legit.
Everything I've read says will he be by Saturday? They don't know. They're making contingency plans.
So it's going to be my luck. It'll be Jake Paul and Logan Paul on the same team or something.
I think they said the Miz is an option.
Yeah,
the Miz threw his name out as
Miz.
He'll jump in.
Time out. TKO has all this money, but we can't get a worker on a private jet with Drew's U.S. passport to fly over there and get this man over here to the SummerSlam show. What are we doing?
I don't know. It's gonna be fine, Kyle. We'll just stick the Miz in there, right?
Or if
Drew's showing up.
I think Drew's showing up back by Friday.
Drew is showing up. I'm banking on the fact Drew's showing up. I'm going into this match saying Drew's going to be there. Please, not the Miz. Although I do like his new little attitude that he's got. The attitude he showed last week, it was a different side of the Miz. I do like that, but I don't want to see him on.
If Drew's not there, I would say do Randy versus Logan and have Jelly on the outside.
Yeah.
You'll have peanut butter. You have peanut butter
on the inside. Have y'all seen the behind the scenes stuff where they were talking about it? Like Jelly Roll kind of, after he did the choke slam thing, went back and he was like, I guess while they're still producing the next match, he's like trying to talk to Triple H, like, I want to do this again. Can I get a match? And so I guess the deal was if he lost 100 pounds, they'd put him in a match. He's lost. I think he lost 75 when he made his second appearance or whatever, and then he's now lost the 100.
He's looking good, but not as good as Luka.
Oh gosh,
that's right, baby. LA Lakers.
Oh gosh.
You keep calling people fat, they start start to get jacked.
Man, what a terrible timing. They should have done that about 6 months before they traded him, calling him fat, not after he's gone. That was dumb.
Yeah. And so
I thought what was that? I thought someone was coming.
Yeah, no one's coming to the ring.
I was waiting for Diggs.
Not yet. Not yet. So we got Randy Orton, Jelly Roll. You guys know where I'm going. I'm going with Randy Orton, Jelly Roll. I can't pick Logan Paul. I just don't like the guy. So I'm going with Jelly. I hope he pins Logan Paul.
I think that's 100% happening. Yeah, I'm going Randy and Jelly.
And then I'm gonna celebrate. I'm gonna put me some Jelly Roll music on and celebrate.
It's gonna be RKO to Drew, RKO to Logan, Jelly Roll, frog splash off the top. It's over.
Yeah. Sign me up for that.
That would be he's going to do the Nia Jax drop. That's what he's going to do.
We're going to see a jelly destroyer from Jelly Roll.
That's right. The jelly donut.
Wow. I mean, there's no, I don't know the facts on this, but it's pretty rare that you bring a celebrity on the show and they lose. So I'm going to pick Jelly Roll and Randy to win, and Jelly's going to pin Logan, and I'm sure it'll be a fine match. I'm excited to see what Jelly can do. I know he's been training, and last week he did hit that choke slam on Logan Paul, but let's be honest, that was 100% Logan Paul doing every bit of that. Now, Jelly, sure, did the motion, but Logan Paul did the jump and sold the hell out of it. So, and it's going to be a lot of that in the ring on Saturday, which I'm fine with. I think it's going to be entertaining. I'm looking forward to it, but it's kind of one of those things that it's a WWE thing. It's a celebrity appearance that I don't think, like, Bad Bunny was awesome in Happy Gilmore 2 and in his celebrity appearance.
Bad Bunny's just awesome.
Bad Bunny is awesome. But then even Logan Paul, when he came in, he was great at it. So, like, Jelly Roll's not going to be that.
He's going to be more. He's going to be more Snoop Dogg than Logan Paul.
Yes. Yeah.
Who should win this match, right? Based on ability, it should be Logan and Drew, right? By leaps and bounds, by a mile. You've got two guys that are quality athletes, quality workers, right? I mean, that's where the money, if you were looking at it from a pure, if you thought it was just legit straight up, you're looking at it, you can't go Jelly Roll RKO, right? Like, you just can't. Now, what I think is going to happen is going to be different. But I mean, if you were looking at it on paper and you didn't know anything, you would have a hard time picking country superstar Jelly Roll and Randy Orton to beat two dudes like that. But I think Jelly Roll and them get the win.
And for this match and the previous match that we talked about, the teams that we picked are both minus 700. So we kind of same wavelength as the odds there. So
hold on, I picked different from y'all in the tag match.
So Charlotte Flair.
You picked Roxanne and them, yeah. Well, Alexa and them are minus 700.
Okay, all right.
So I got the underdogs in two of them. I like that.
And then Randy and Jelly are minus 700. So
okay, all right. Let's see. Moving up the card here.
We got am I hearing a Judgment Day Paul Heyman group parlay, Kyle?
Oh.
Yes, I'll take that. Give me that.
WWE Championship, Tiffany Stratton, Jade Cargill. All right, guys, we've talked about this. If we are going by appearance and looking in how we walk into the ring, Jade Cargill's the champion 99 times out of 100, probably 100 out of 100. But man, please don't pin Tiffany Stratton. Please, she's not ready. She needs to lose and get down on herself and have to go back to NXT and train and learn how to wrestle. No offense to you, Jade Cargill, but you just need more work. They brought you up too fast. It wasn't your fault. But please, I'm pleading with you, Paul Levesque, Triple H. Please don't bury Tiffany Stratton. She's your rocket ship. Continue to strap it to her. I'm going with Stratton.
I'm going to disagree with you. I agree with your premise.
Oh,
I agree with your premise.
Oh, please.
It's happening.
Oh, no.
It's happening. This is it. I see the writing on the wall. I agree with you that it shouldn't happen yet, but but Jade is winning.
You ran Kyle off with that one, Brandon.
But I agree with you that it should not happen. But Jade is winning this match. Jade's winning.
You don't
this
have
match.
to speak it into existence, Brandon.
I mean, it's happening.
You don't have to say that. It's not happening. Listen, I'm going against. We gotta get this negative juju out of here. I'm picking Tiffy. It's Tiffy time.
There we go.
No.
There we go.
Listen, I think Jade is a chiseled goddess, right? She looks phenomenal, but like Brett said, she's not ready, and it would be a terrible idea to take.
Who did you say that you wanted to win? Who?
It's Tiffy time.
Yes, Kyle. Thank you. Good job. Good pick. Good selection.
I'll be here all week.
I agree with you that's what it should be. That's not what it will be.
Oh.
Why are you so dead set that Jade's gonna
Dirt
win
sheet. He's got something, man.
Because he sees the odds. He's got the odds in favor.
Like,
He
they're
knows.
not like they have waited, and they like yes, they need to wait longer, but they've waited and waited to even put her in the title picture. They would not put her in this title picture without her winning this match. Like that, I just don't. Just the way they book things, I don't see like she is their prototypical champion, looks wise.
That can't wrestle.
But
she won't be the first champion that can't wrestle.
John Cena. Sorry.
You can't wrestle.
Okay, what about this? Because I am with you that I agree on the fact that they wouldn't have put her in this match if they didn't want to give her the title. But they can still book it and not make her look weak. They can have somebody interfere that costs her the match. And I
just don't see that happening. Unless this is where we get the Bianca. If Bianca costs her, that's the only way. And
I don't think Bianca's turning though.
And I don't think Bianca's going to be around for a while because she did like this interview thing. I think she's going to be gone for a while. I think she's doing some other things. So
maybe Nia Jax comes back.
She's got a thing with Miss Parker. Oh, yeah. You've watched NXT.
I hadn't seen last night yet, but if Naomi still had the briefcase, then say, hey, Naomi would do what she did in the Io Rhea match in this match, and then she would throw Jade out of the way. Jade's about to win. She'd throw Jade out of the way and pin Tiffany. That way you still have Jade looking strong. Jade doesn't win the title, and then Naomi wins it. But Naomi didn't have that briefcase no more.
I think somebody interferes, and not to cost. Like, I don't think it's a DQ match. I think they interfere behind the ref's back or whatever and cost Jade. And maybe it's Nia, but I don't.
The ref can't speak, Kyle.
Yeah, right. I
can't see it if I'm not
Naomi
looking at it.
I would have thought Naomi too, like you said, Brandon. But I don't think, like, since the matches are on separate nights, she could still cost Jade the match, but then she's just opening the door for Jade to cost her the match the next night.
No. I was only saying when she still had the briefcase. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I think somebody gets involved.
Although she could still be mad because she did lose to Jade last card. So,
but she would lose. Jade would cost her the title the next night. That would just be dumb on Naomi's part.
I think if it's anyone, it's a Bianca finally admitting, hey, I had something to do with this. But
all right, here's the wrinkle.
Let's go.
I'm gonna go with she should not win this, but she's going to win this. And here's what's gonna happen. She's gonna win it. She's gonna slide over to SmackDown, and then Tiffy is gonna bump over to Raw, and she's gonna come after whoever has the title, Naomi, Io, Rhea, and I think one of those three bumps over to SmackDown to go chase Jade. That's I think if they give the title to Jade, I think it's to move her to SmackDown, and I think Tiffy could then flip to Monday night, and then you ride that rocket ship still. She loses in a close one. Maybe it's a little iffy. Maybe something happened, but I think you can still run Tiffy to the top on the Raw brand and
to the Tiffy
and get
top.
some effectiveness. Yeah, because I mean, again, I love Io. I think she's phenomenal, but it's really hard to see Io beating Rhea Ripley, right? Like body types, right? So I think if you send Jade over there, you can bring Tiffy over here. You can send Rhea to SmackDown if you wanted to. Like you can do some things with it.
I'm curious where you're finding all these moves happening. Do you have some inside information? Because there's been no hints at anybody transfer portaling or drafting, and you're just
the draft is coming.
The draft's in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Man. Says who?
They announced it. It's August either 18th or
When?
25th.
I
Yeah,
missed that.
Announced it.
I missed that, Kyle, too. I missed it.
It must be on the premium version in between commercials because I didn't see that.
Oh man.
They said it's coming after Summer Slam.
That's the only reason. Again, I don't think she should win it. I don't think she's ready, but I don't see them putting her in the title picture unless there's an interference and she gets beat that way. That's the only way Jade gets beat and she doesn't lose momentum.
Nia Jax. That's who I'm calling. Put that down there, Brett, next to mine. Nia Jax cost Jade.
Okay.
Tiffany wins.
All right, Brandon, what are our odds on that bad boy?
Here we go. Jade is minus 600. Kyle's on Underdog Island tonight.
There he is.
Hey, I'm Sami Zayn, baby.
Here's the deal. Here's the deal with that. Like, if Tiffany had this title for like a year, like they just gave it to her. Like, why are we like your biggest star right now, up or coming, you smash her with somebody that can't wrestle? WWE, shame on you. Shame on you.
They did it to Bray Wyatt when they had Goldberg bury the Fiend in Saudi Arabia. So it's been done. To Brandon's point, it happens all the time. But I'm not speaking it into existence.
At least Goldberg at one time was good. Like,
well, he never could wrestle,
and he was but he
couldn't wrestle.
He had the same thing Jade has, aura.
I know,
He
but
has the same two moves that Jade has: a spear and a kick.
Yeah, but
maybe he didn't spear. Maybe he didn't kick, but still,
he had the jackhammer and she has the Jade.
Yeah, they're the same person.
I don't know. I cared about Goldberg. I don't care about Jade.
Oh, I care about Jade.
I don't.
I like Jade. I think she needs to be a heel, and she needs to work.
Her mic skills are terrible. She has none.
She looks amazing.
Yeah, well, I didn't even I think it was just a few months ago. I guess I missed it, but I didn't even realize she was married to Brandon Phillips that used to play for the Reds. And then I saw a picture and I was like, what? How did I not? Yeah. So, I mean, those kids are going to be super athletic. Can you imagine those kids coming up? Like, everybody's going to be fighting over them.
That's because he didn't play on the Cardinals, Jeremy. You would have known if
I know he is. He played for the Reds.
They played like 30 times a year.
Yeah, they played all the time. I got tired of hearing Brandon Phillips, second baseman for the Cincinnati Reds.
Okay.
I just didn't know they were married. I just saw a picture. I was like, oh, wait a minute. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
She used to mention him a lot in AEW because he used to come to the stuff, like especially when she was teamed up with Shaq.
Another possible main event. I know Brandon mentioned the tag match, but this is the other option for the main event. World Heavyweight Championship, Gunther versus CM Punk.
Oh yeah.
That's night one too.
That's also night one.
That may be the main event.
I'm going with this one. And guys, I think Mr. Punk gets his belt. I'm taking Punk over Gunther here. I'm really, man, I like Gunther in the ring. I don't necessarily care about him. I kind of want him to lose to Goldberg last time just because I don't care. And it was going to be a cash in.
Quit.
For the cash in.
Brett's carried that Goldberg water tonight.
For the cash in. Goldberg was my hero growing up. Y'all are smushing my dreams.
I loved Goldberg growing up too, but
I watched Raw just like
it's 2025, Brett.
Sting was my hero growing up too, but I don't want to see him win something.
It's 2025, Brett.
It was all in caveat for a cash in for Seth Rollins. It wasn't him keeping. I don't want to see a long Goldberg run. I just want him to go out with that title one last time. That was all it was.
Win it and then lose immediately.
Yeah, and then gets cashed in on. Well, he just had a match and he's always took advantage of him. That's fine, but at least he had one more title. It was storyline, guys. Come on. But this is CM Punk. He has been trying for that world championship since he got back. I think this is his chance. This is it right here.
Does Gunther lose via sleeper? Is he going to build up that rep where they lose him as a sleeper again, and then he does the Chad Gable where he goes goes somewhere to learn from how to beat the sleeper from the best to ever do it kind of thing, or what do we do here?
Man, El Grande Americano comes out, costs Gunther the match. I mean, I don't know.
Which one?
There's
three of them now.
Yes, three.
Oh, there's three? When do we get a third
one? Haven't finished Raw.
Oh, my gosh. Are we going to have a
third one?
Are we going to have the main event, wasn't it?
Are we going to have a group of a Grande Americanos? Like they're all – it's like this big group of them?
We'll get
no clue.
I
We did a
feel like
6 El Grande Americano match at Mania.
hey, so I feel
Who
like
is the real El Grande?
I feel
Did
like
y'all-
The dating show.
when y'all watched the Ninja Turtles growing up, like not Ninja Turtles, Power Rangers with the troop of guys. We're gonna have a bunch of like.
Did y'all
Americano.
see? Did y'all see Ludwig's El Grande Americano in Triple in Mexico?
Yeah,
that night?
and he spoke
Big Pop.
Spanish.
And
I mean,
so over him and Dom both, man, they were
Big
so
Pop.
over there.
Yeah.
And I heard
Right, so
the
it's-
rumor that the third Grande is Pete Dunne, and if that's who
That's
is,
what it
they
looked
are doing
like. I was
Pete
going to
Dunne and
ask. I thought it
Ludwig
looked like
Kaiser
him.
dirty.
Because
They are good wrestlers, and you got them under a mask doing a comedy.
Hey, at
bit.
least it's not Butch. Gosh,
Yeah, that's true. That is.
Butch was
That is
terrible.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm going with CM Punk here, guys. I really think that they're gonna give him a little run here. I mean, he's came back and he's still getting great pops. He still looks really good in the ring. I mean, I think for his age, he looks great. So I think they're gonna give Punk a run. Maybe it's Jeremy's where they trade Gunther and he goes over to SmackDown or something. I don't know. Maybe that's gonna happen. I don't know. But I'm gonna go with Punk here. I think he gets the win.
it's clobbering time. Punk's definitely Punk's winning this one. This is his time to get a title. The only problem is does he have it? Does he leave the night with it? He wins it. Because Bully Ray today, or was he there yesterday? He came out and was saying some of the same stuff Kyle's saying, that this Seth injury doesn't sit right with him, and he's calling some funny business there, just like Kyle was. So does Punk win it and Seth, or does Seth cost him before they even get to that part? Do we see Seth? I guess that's the $1 million question, or do we see Braun?
Well, that could be why this may be the main event then, Brandon. If you're going to get that kind of,
but I'm still going with Punk to win.
Okay.
So yeah, okay. So I think this is what you can do. You can pick it either way. I think one of those matches leads the show, and I think one of those matches closes the show. Right? You could do the tag team match to start the show and kick it off with a huge bang. You're gonna have people going crazy, right? And then you could finish with this, or you could even start with this and finish the other way. I think Seth could come back and interfere. I think the smart thing if they interfere with Seth is to keep CM Punk from winning the title. I think if CM Punk wins it, I don't think we see Seth cash right now. I could be wrong, but I think it'd be pretty dirty to bring him back and let him win a title in 5 minutes, lose it again. I could be wrong, but I think Punk is going to win the match. So
it's a work. Seth was not really hurt as bad as everyone's putting on. This is what I was trying to say last time. I have no doubt that there is an injury with Seth Rollins. I'm not disputing that fact. It is not as serious as they're putting on. That's my opinion. So, to Bully Ray's point, and I don't listen to Bully Ray, but to Bully Ray's point, I think it just there's too many coincidences, right? That just aren't adding up and just little Easter eggs. And what I'm stuck on is Seth saying, as long as there's breath in his lungs, CM Punk will not win a world championship. I'm going to hold true to that because as of up to this point, Seth has done everything to keep CM Punk from winning. Elimination Chamber screwed him over there. Like, he has done everything to keep him from winning. Now, to Jeremy's point, it would be ironic when Drew won the title and CM Punk cost him in 5 minutes. Drew got to hold it for 5 minutes, and CM Punk was the one that cost him. So the irony would be phenomenal if CM Punk wins the title for 5 minutes and then Seth comes in and costs him the title. But I think CM Punk's going to be close to winning the match, maybe about to pin Gunther for the 1, 2, 3, and we hear Seth's music. And that's when Seth comes out and cashes in, makes it a triple threat, stomps Gunther, gets him out of the picture, beats up on CM Punk, stomps him, pins it 1, 2, 3. Just as CM Punk had his fingertips about to win the title, Seth ruins it for him once again. That's what I'm saying. So, in this match, CM Punk or Gunther winning? Neither. I'm taking Seth freaking Rollins.
Wow. So you're taking a guy that's not even officially in the match. That may be a first here on Off the Ropes, KO.
Tell me the odds
I
on
could
that
see
one,
that.
Brandon.
And then maybe CM Punk gets his revenge at WrestleMania, right? I mean, I could see that happening where you do that where
Punk will win his
CM Punk
title.
gets to, because he had
Punk
never
will
main
win the
evented at WrestleMania, so now he gets to win the title at WrestleMania. Maybe that's
Well, he main evented last year.
plausible. Yeah,
He main evented last
right.
year.
That's what I'm saying. He hadn't main evented until last year, and then now this year he wins the
Yeah.
title on the event. So I mean, you could fulfill 2 dreams in 2 years, kind of thing, right? Like, and maybe even that much sweeter being WrestleMania over SummerSlam.
Welcome. What's up, Colton? Welcome. He's
Some Conga seen yesterday.
somebody's out there watching us, guys. Hey, so all right, odds man, Brandon. What's their odds on this one?
Well, I don't have odds on what Kyle predicted, but Punk is minus 180 with Gunther at plus 140. So it's very close. This is probably the closest. I hadn't looked at night 2, but that's probably the closest one on the card. So
Well, if I was guessing, Brandon, the odds are for Gunther are probably what Kyle's saying is maybe a Rollins interference, maybe help. That may be kind of the odds in there. They probably don't have an odds for putting Seth in the match because obviously it hasn't happened. That would be my guess, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think like you said, I think it's weird they haven't talked more about his injury. Like they kind of said, oh, it could be 6 to 8 months, it could be 4 to 6, and that was the week of, and then there's been nothing since. Like normally you think you get an update like Seth had surgery, it is going to be this many months, or kind of like the Liv thing, like she had that injury and now we know it's going to be multiple months, but they haven't really said anything. It's almost like he just disappeared.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's go down to night 2. That is night 1. What a good card for one night. And we get 2 nights. The first one on the list here, man, if they start like this is the way to start off with a bang. I mentioned this earlier, probably the match that I'm looking forward to as far as action goes, the WWE Championship, the TLC match. You've got Wyatt 6, DIY, Street Profits, Fraxium, Motor City Machine Guns, and Andrade and El Phoenix. This is going to be a car wreck. This is going to be Spot City. Sign me up for this one. And to take Kyle's term, this may be one of those Will Ospreay matches where I'm going to put my phone down for a minute because I don't want to miss anything that happens in this match because there's going to be guys all over the place. My personal thing, I think everybody's going to be trying to get the Wyatts out, and then they're going to get into this big they're going to be like fighting each other, kind of like they have the last month or so. But I still think Wyatt 6 win. I think there's too much story they can tell with all these teams trying to beat the Wyatts. I think there's a chance here they could bury them under the pile and they could totally lose. I'm totally could see that too. But I just think that they've just given them the titles. I think they need a little bit of a run here. So I'm going to say that the Wyatts come out on top on this one. Yeah,
I'm looking forward to this match. We thought we might get something like this at Mania, and it just didn't happen. And to get it at SummerSlam now, it's gonna be fun because the SmackDown tag division has actually been a little something. We don't get much on the Raw tag division. I mean, there not we had was it not LWO, but the Phantasma or whatever, Legado. They were the ones. Or was it LW? I don't know. It was one of those groups. They were fighting. It was LW. Yeah,
they all blend together.
Yeah, they were fighting for the titles, and so the Raw tag division is kind of stale, but the SmackDown one's been kind of buzzing, and this should be a fun match, with the Street Profits and DIY and Motor City Machine Guns and Ray Phoenix. You're gonna have some crazy spots in this thing, and it's gonna be really good. And I think the Wyatt 6 win too. I think this match is perfect. It's gonna be like chaos. So Nikki Cross will get to do some stuff, and maybe Uncle Howdy gets involved. Rowan will get involved. Like the Wyatt 6 will find a way to win because they'll just have the numbers. Even with, I guess it's 2 against 10, but they'll still technically have the numbers game somehow. So they'll use their 5, all 5 of them, and so
I think maybe this could be a spot, Brandon, where if the Wyatts win, you may see if we get any of this trades or moving of this could be a chance to move some of these tag teams and move them over to kind of spark up the Raw tag division, because right now, like you mentioned, it's kind of stale. So you've got some really good teams you could move over and try to help Raw a little bit.
Yeah, and I think Fraxium is kind of. I mean, they're not going to win. Don't get me wrong, but they've been surprising at how good they've been. I know. I saw them flashes in XT, but sometimes you don't know how that's going to translate. But man, them and Motor City Machine Gun, I mean, just the speed with which those guys work. And then I thought I've been a little surprised at how well Phoenix and Andrade have worked together. You know, with Andrade kind of being more of a singles guy over his career, and Phoenix being so much with Penta. But man, they've really clicked. I mean, it's just going to be a fun match. Like you said, it's going to be like this is that one where I think they're going to spend a lot of time. The camera angle is going to be over the top of the ring because there's going to be 4 spots going on at the same time, and somebody's going to do a flip over here and take out 4 dudes, and then all of a sudden somebody, the camera guys are going to be working. Those guys are going to have their running shoes on that night for that one, and that would be a great one to kick off the show.
They're going to be busy in gorilla position that night.
Yeah.
It's going to be a fun match. It's going to be entertaining and a spot fest. It's going to be the most AEW match that you will ever see in WWE. Like it's going to be chaotic. It's going to be wild. But I'm looking forward to it, and I'm here for it. I don't know, man. I'm with you. I love what they're doing with the tag team division on SmackDown. All these teams are really good, and I enjoy watching them. But I mean, I don't see any reason on taking it off the Wyatt Six. You just put it on them. I mean, it would be kind of silly to just take it off of them right now. But so I'll pick Wyatt Six to win. But keep talking about this draft. I sent y'all something in the private chat. Draft may have been canceled. Just saying.
But they keep mentioning trades.
Oh yeah, you're right. Trades. I'm sorry. Transfer portal might open.
Transfer portal. They got some NIL going on. Can
NIL money coming?
And I think if the Wyatt Six win this, I think it legitimizes them a little bit because this is not their strong suit, right? Like maybe the tables part and the chairs, but the ladder part. I mean, you don't really look at either one of those guys and go, "Oh yeah, those guys are going to do some wicked stuff off a ladder," right? I mean, that's of the tag teams in it, they're the least likely to do a big ladder spot.
Well,
right?
it's the only match that they're going to have the numbers game's going to be against them, right? If you're in a regular tag team match, you've always got their extra guys on the outside. Well, in this, they'll have some of those, and I'm sure, like Brandon said, we'll see it, but there's also 10 other people on the other side. So I agree. I think this could legitimize them. And Jeremy, I'm assuming who you're going with, but you never said it specifically who. I don't think who you were going to go with.
I mean, I think the Wyatt Six retain.
Okay. Is that who Kyle picked too?
Yes.
Yeah. Did y'all freak out the other night when we heard Dexter Lumis speak? I'm so used to him not talking in NXT that when he spoke, I was like, "Wait, you're not supposed to do that. What are you doing?"
Yeah, he never talked at all.
Ever.
Yeah.
That thing he had with the Miz.
Oh, yeah. So good, so good.
Yeah.
And like his character, and even in TNA was like that too. So the Wyatt Six music, man, that gets I like it. It gets me going. So the odds for this match are interesting.
Okay.
The favorites technically are Andrade and Ray at plus 130, but the Wyatt Six are plus 150. So it's neck and neck. And then Fraxium at plus 250. DIY at plus 500, Street Profits at plus 700, and Motor City Machine Guns at plus 1,000. So, Street Profits and Motor City Machine Guns aren't winning. It's going to be someone else. But
and I'm waiting on, and maybe I don't know. I'm surprised that Montez Ford hasn't gotten a shot at a solo run. Like I think he has all the skills. He's big enough. He's got power. He's got speed. He can fly. Like I don't know. And nothing against Dawkins, but I think that. Like Montez is by far the more exciting of the two in the tag team, and I don't know, maybe this is what causes the split. He's like, I'm done with.
Do you think that? I mean, do you think they'll need a split to do it, or just say, hey, we're still together, but let's do some single stuff? Or
I don't know. I don't know how you can have them both do single stuff. I don't know. But I don't know. I think Ford needs to get a push. I think he deserves one, and I think he's good enough. He can carry some stuff, and he's got skill and takes bumps well. I mean, he just has all of it. He can talk. He can do all those things,
The problem is the tag division.
I wanted to Hill Montez and Hill Bianca together. So
the problem is the tag team division is so weak. The Street Profits are one of your stronger teams.
Yeah.
You hate that they can't build up anymore because that they've got a lot, like we said, a lot of them on SmackDown. I just hope that maybe we get some on Raw, so we care about the Raw tag team division a little bit. SmackDown has been. entertaining. I've really liked the work that they've done feuding between each other. I know I mentioned it a few times, but just as bad as it's been, they have actually been entertaining. You know, everybody's like all wanting to get the Wyatt Six out, but nobody can agree. They're all like at each other's throats. So there's matches back and forth between all the teams. I've really enjoyed the whole dynamic of the backstage locker room of the tag team division. It's like they all just are, you know, at each other's throats every week, and they could not, even all the power they had, they couldn't keep the Wyatt Six from getting the titles. So I really hope that they let them keep it and maybe continue some of this dynamic and hopefully shift some to Raw and give them some kind of boost over there. Is it bad that I can't remember who the tag team champions are? Is it still
Judgment Day?
Oh, that's right. That's why. Because they
got 5 belts.
That's right. They just sit in the back and they don't ever defend them. I can't even remember the last time they've wrestled.
Yeah, this week when they did the LWO, I think it was their first.
Oh, they did. Okay,
they just won. I mean, they just beat the New Day. It wasn't that long ago. They haven't had them back long. So
yeah. Well, I haven't finished Raw, so I didn't see that match. That's why I didn't know they wrestled yet. So
that's where you'll see the third El Grande Americano.
Oh, that's why I haven't seen that part yet.
He's more like El medium Americano. I don't know. Like, you got El tall Americano.
Well, he's bigger than Gable, right? Or no? I don't know.
I mean,
they're pretty close. I don't know. Gable's just ripped.
How many times can you keep switching the people up on this? I mean,
the mask isn't even the same. That's the funniest part. It's like a terrible knockoff
because we still have you see both of them. You see 2 of them.
Yeah. They're in the same segment, Brett. They're in this like they're in the same. Them. Yeah, they're 2 separate people in the same. So we have 3 El Grande Americanos. And 2 of them
literally looks like some guy from the crowd jumps over with the mask on because it's such a bad mask.
I need 3 Brett Swinney's so I can be 3 different places at once. How they need to figure this out?
Yeah,
I mean, with
you got to be a tall one and a smaller one.
Okay, well, I'm the bigger one right now. Maybe I can lose some weight and be the smaller one again.
What's the Starbucks thing? What's the small, medium, and large at Starbucks?
Yeah, Venti, Grande, and tall.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the big one?
Venti's the biggest, or you can go Trenta.
Tall's like the smallest, isn't it?
Tall is the smallest.
Yeah, okay, so dumb.
Pete Dunne is the tall. El Tall Americano.
Tall Tonga.
You mean like Tall Tonga? Yeah.
Yeah, sure. With El Grande Americano. And then you got Ludwig as El Venti Americano.
Hey, and then you could throw Gunther in a mask, and then you got Trenta.
Jeez Louise.
Oh, man. Well, the next match, speaking of Judgment Day, we've got Intercontinental Championship, Dominic Mysterio and AJ Styles. And if you'd have told me a couple of months ago that I would have been looking forward to this match, like, they've done a really good job with this. AJ Styles he's worked like 20 jobs in the last month. Like, he's always right around Dominic. And
the one night he did it was like a lot of them. And it was that same night, what's her face? Reina Rodriguez, she was in attendance. And that was like her gimmick on the Disney Channel, was working all those jobs. And so that was the night they had AJ do. He was janitor and doctor, and then their other doctor, the actual doctor lady, was it was a wrestler's wife. I forgot whose wife it was now. And so it was like it all tied together.
It was funny when he came down to the ring and he was checking on him. He was the doctor.
Yeah.
That was great. His
Dom's reactions have been priceless too. Like, they're like, he's like that, like almost that Kramer reaction when he comes in the room. Like, every time he sees AJ, it's like locks him up.
So this is an interesting pick for me. Like, man, you look back at where Dominic Mysterio was and how we didn't care, and how we all, his character work is, can we say some of it's better than his dad ever had? Like, obviously Ray has been a face and he's done Dominic's, his character. Like, I mean, I love to hate him, and so does everybody. Like, he's one of the most hateable guys now, except if he goes to the AAA down there, everyone loves him. He got a big pop down there, but up here, it's great. I don't know where they're going with Judgment Day. I feel like I picked that Raquel and Roxanne were going to lose earlier, so I don't know where I want to go with this. man, I'd really like to see AJ. I love AJ Styles. He's for his age, he's great in the ring. Like I still like watching him. But I don't know. Dominic, he's got that AAA title match. When is that, Brandon? I know you probably know. That's coming up, right?
Yeah, is it the Dom one?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it is. I'll keep talking and I'll.
So I could see. So here's what I could see happen. I could see AJ Styles knocking off Dom here, getting that title, and then he wins that AAA championship, and he starts carrying that thing around, and so he still has his title. His pop was so good down there; they probably want him down there. So I could see him doing that, and then it gives AJ a little run. And I'd like to see AJ get some. I mean, I don't know how many more years AJ's going to go. So I'd like to see him get some matches and then put somebody over once he has a little run. So I'm going to go with AJ. I wouldn't be surprised if Dom wins, but I'm just thinking that might be a way, unless he's going to be like Mercedes Moné and just collect belts all over the place that Kyle loves so much. We're at belt Ocho there for Mercedes. So I'm going to go with AJ to get the win and finally get his comeuppance over Dom he's been trying for the last few months.
Yeah, I think Dom. I'm gonna think Dom keeps his Triple Mania that Dom fighting in that for the AAA title is going to be August 16th. It's also a big UFC that night, so I'm sure, and we'll be cranking up for football, so it'll be a busy time. But no, I think Dom's going to keep this somehow. We'll see, but AJ, he's kind of leaning. He's doing some TNA stuff now too. He hadn't wrestled yet, but he did make an appearance at their last pay-per-view. And
come back with his old music, man. That was
that was awesome. That's one of my favorite theme songs. And so I was fired up for that. It was a really good show. But I think Dom's going to find a way to win. I don't think they take this title off him yet. He's still really hot. And so I think he finds a way. I think this could be one of his best matches because it's him and AJ. I think they're going to put on a really good match. I think this will be a fun one. Wherever it lands on Sunday night, I think it's going to be a solid match.
All right, I guess I'll let Kyle go last so he can be the contrarian. No, man, I would be. I hate Dom in the best way, right? Like you just can't stand him. It's like that guy that I think of him as like the knockoff Razor Ramon. Like he thinks he oozes machismo, like he, you know what I mean? He sees himself that way. And I think he does it so well. Like he plays it perfectly. But I also want to see AJ get a run, but I think Dom does win. But man, I want AJ to win. I would rather AJ to win, get a chance to make another run before his career's up. But I wouldn't be shocked if Dom won. I think Dom probably will win, but I would be great if either won. I think it's going to be a really good match. I think they'll bring the best out of each other. And, AJ is just a good worker. He's got good skill, and Dom's better than I think he probably gets credit for because he gets so much hate for his character work.
Well, if I picked, I don't think Judgment Day's losing this weekend. So I picked Roxanne and Raquel on Saturday, so I got to go with old Dirty Dom on Sunday. Now, what would be interesting, talking about Liv coming back, I would rather see her come back on Sunday and show up and cost Dom, unintentionally, of course. She just shows up, and he gets distracted. AJ hits a phenomenal forearm, wins the title. I could see that happening before the Raquel and Roxanne one, just because it's something different. But I don't think that's going to happen because I don't think Liv is coming back this weekend. But I'll take Dom. I love what AJ has been doing though, and he's like unassumingly funny. Like he doesn't have to try to be funny. He's just a funny guy, and it comes off that way. And Dom is playing his part perfectly too. So I'm not the biggest fan of Dom, but he is doing his job well, so I'm going to pick Dom to win this match. With the caveat that if Liv shows up, he loses.
I like it. Okay. So that night that I found it, the night that AJ pretended to be the doctor, the actual original doctor was Scorpio Sky's wife.
Oh.
But and some odds for this match, I was actually kind of surprised. I thought AJ might actually be favored, but And AJ actually opened as a minus 450 favorite, but it's now flipped, and Dom is a minus 200. So originally they thought AJ was going to be the favorite. Now it's flipped. That's a big flip. So
interesting. Okay. Next match: United States Championship, Solo Sikoa versus Jacob Fatu. I hate you, Solo. Man,
I used to love you. Now I hate you.
Here's the thing, guys. Shenanigans are gonna be involved in this match. We know
it's a steel cage match, Brett.
It's a cage match, but
it keeps people out.
Yeah, it keeps the people out that
unless you're hiding under the ring before it ever starts.
Yeah, it can't keep Talatunga. He'll just hop over it. He'll just hop over the cage, guys. Here's the thing. I want Jacob Fatu to win this match, and I feel like he has a chance to win this match, but then I think of the odds, and I'm looking at Talatonga. I'm looking at JT Mateo. I'm looking at Tongaloa. I'm looking at could be another person coming back. You could see another member return. Yeah. Yeah.
I hate that you were muted for that.
Yeah, no. No, I don't think he wanted everyone to hear him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Fatu, but man, I wouldn't be surprised if I don't know, this MFT thing. I don't know. Maybe they're gonna play this out longer and bring in some more guys. I mean, they had I don't know if you guys watched. Some of y'all may have watched the TNA show, but you had Zilla Fatu show up with Fourth Rope. I was entertained. I said, let's sign them right now, man. You got Enzo out there cutting promos, man.
He still has it.
Man, that just had me going. And then they were good. I mean, it wasn't just the promo, but I enjoyed them in the ring. So
and Zilla's got like 6 or 7 kids too, so this bloodline thing's good.
Yeah.
And he's not even 25 yet.
Yeah. He's popping them out.
Yeah,
he's the Nick Cannon of the
between him, Jacob, and Roman, man, we're gonna have bloodlines for a long time.
Freaking Pez dispensers over there.
WWE is thinking, honey.
Yeah.
But now I'm going with, I think there'll be some sort of interference. I think, Big Jim will probably have to come out and help. Who else we'll see, I don't know. But man, I'm going to go with Fatu, man. I really like him. I think they should strap a rocket to that guy's back. He's going to make them some money. I think he's the next guy when Roman. He's the next guy in this bloodline that's going to be the guy. I think Roman. Obviously, he's not going to wrestle forever. I think I saw someone say, pay this guy $20 million for 5 years and and let him have his schedule, because like when he comes out, I mean, he's still so over like Roman is, and he's I think that's going to be what happens is eventually the money won't be enough and he'll go make it in Hollywood and it'll be a lot easier on his body, I'm sure. But Jacob Fatu, man, he is, and what I was impressed with is his mic skills. Like he can talk a little bit on there, and he's still learning. But I think, he's got his character. He knows who he is. He does those moves in the ring. You're like, you shouldn't be able to do that. And so I think they need to strap it to him, and let him get a little run, and eventually, man, I think he'll be going after the world title here.
Yeah, that's what. So I'd love for Fatu to win, and I hated they took it off of, but I don't think he's getting this title back now. I think Solo's gonna win, and then that's it. Like, we're done with this. Fatu's role in this is done. They still may do something with Big Jim in there, or whatever. But I think some Solo moves on to something. I think Fatu moves on to something else, and I think Fatu does move to that title picture, be it against Cena or Cody, or if we get a shuffle into the other side, to Gunther or Punk or whoever, Rollins. I think Fatu is. I think he's about to go into bigger and better things. I don't know if he'll immediately get into that world title picture, but I think this is it with him and Solo. I think Solo wins it, keeps the title,
So you're telling me, Brandon, that he's going to get jumped by 5 dudes and he's just going to say, I'll forget that. I'm not going back after him.
But he's been jumped by 5 dudes a lot, but he may not this time. Like maybe he, we'll see what happens. Maybe I don't know. We'll see what happens. It is a cage match. We'll see how. I don't know. I'm interested in see how this match goes. But I did see some dirt sheet news yesterday.
Oh, dirt sheet. Hold on. We need a dirt sheet. Like, hold on. We got to have a dirt sheet tone for that. Like, it's got to be something.
This is like breaking news sound.
This was like pop culture dirt sheets, not wrestling dirt sheets, but it could affect pro wrestling.
That's the red zone, but we got some breaking news. Okay.
Well, it's not because this happened yesterday, but Rikishi and Haku have canceled their WrestleCon appearances for Saturday. Do we see them in this match?
Interesting. Well,
not technically they get physical, but do they appear?
Who? I know who Rikishi is. I don't know who Haku is.
Haku is he's part of the he's a Tonga. He's let's see whose dad he is. He's Tongaloa, Tamatonga, and Talatonga's dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Great.
He's Olatonga.
I don't.
I think the only problem is they're both technically would end up being on the side of Solo and right. I mean, neither one of those guys would technically help.
Well, I picked Solo to win, so
yeah.
I guess it's going to take like 5 wrestlers and 2 old guys to beat Jacob Fatu.
Well, Rikishi,
build him up like that.
Oh, well, Solo is Rikishi's son too, I guess.
Yeah.
But he's also Jim's dad, so Jim's there.
That's true.
Whose side does he?
Whose side does he choose? Does he go with Big Jim or Solo?
And apparently, he only loves Jay anyway, because that's the only one he ever talks about.
Oh man!
Well, he knows where the money's made.
Okay, Kyle.
He knows the safe bet.
So you've got a comment. I think this was for you, Kyle.
Oh, okay, awesome. He doesn't need to be wrestling in 2025.
I didn't say they would wrestle. I just said they would make an appearance.
We have so many young bloodline members. Why do we need to bust the dust off these guys and bring them out to the ring? So Rikishi can give a stank face to somebody? No, leave him off the show. Yeah. We don't need none of that.
We need to come out and start dancing.
The old man stank face has got to hit different.
No,
it's a lot more dangerous.
Need any of that. I want Fatu to win. Big Fatu fan. Want Fatu to win. I'm with Brandon where I think he's outgrown the U.S. title, whatever title he has. What title does Solo have? U.S. Yeah. So yeah, I think he's outgrown the U.S. title. Like I think he's bigger than that. So I am with Brandon on that. But then to Brett's point, if Jacob loses, he's not going to be done with Solo. Like, he's not just going to be like, well, I lost. Time to move on. Like, he's going to still – like, I don't think this is ending. The bloodline is never ending and the feuds are never ending. So, we got to get him away from it somehow. But even if he wins, like, here's the conundrum. Even if he beats Solo, they're still going to attack him because they got beat. So – how does this story end? And how do we get these away from each other?
Survivor Series.
Right. But I don't want to see another 2 or 3 months of Jacob and Solo going in with Big Jim getting involved and God forbid Haku and Rikishi show up. Like I don't want to do that for another 2 or 3 months. Like I'm with Brandon. I want Fatu to just move on. I just don't know how we get there because in my mind, either way, if Fatu wins, Solo and his crew is going to attack Fatu. If Solo wins, Fatu is going to go back after the crew. So what if, I don't know how we get out of it.
What if Tamatonga comes back, but he actually sides with Fatu because they were pretty tight? So what if he decides to go against his brother and he decides to side with Fatu? And then, I think like Solo's perfectly convinced that Tamatonga is back in their favor. He gets pumped. And then Tamatonga just totally flips table and just lays him out.
still the same problem, though. We're still.
I know you're
feuding
still
with
gonna have the
same-
feud, but I think with
So,
more guys in it, maybe
that
it
doesn't get
changes.
them out.
You could.
I
Yeah,
I don't want to see Jacob Fatu feuding with Solo or the MFT. And by the way, let's just put it out there. It's cap. MFT does not stand for my family tree. That is not what MFT stands for. Let's just put that out there. WWE can tell you what they want. That is not what it stands for. That makes absolutely no sense. Look at my MFTs. So look at my family tree. No, sir. That is not what you're saying. You ain't got a lie to kick it, Craig. We know what you're really saying.
So you're saying it stands for
Yep, exactly what you said.
okay.
Mother Tongans is what it stands
Okay,
for.
all right.
Let's not cap
checking,
anybody
just
else.
checking.
The gear looks like MJF.
It does. It does look like MJF. I thought of that too.
It's got that same scripty looking.
Script, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of MJF, y'all getting a chance to watch Happy Gilmore 2 yet?
Oh, we
Yeah.
did. We talked about it like when we
Give
first
a
came out.
review.
Okay, it was fun to see the all the different people in it. It was pretty good.
I didn't realize Reggie Bush was 8-ball in it. Like I had no clue until I went back and looked at all the cameos. I was like, oh.
Yeah, it took me
was-
a minute on the Bad Bunny because the hair was so different. Right,
The one that was
Wait a
sneaky
minute.
was Nelly Corda.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't even notice Nikki Bella was in it.
Yeah, well, because so she said earlier in the week she was supposed to have speaking parts. They cut like 20 minutes. They cut her speaking part, and all they showed her just like hidden behind Becky just for like half a second.
Oh.
She was Becky's caddy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. It was good nostalgia.
I haven't picked anybody yet, have I? No.
Yep.
I've just been going back and forth like a waffle.
You picked Solo, didn't you?
No, he
I
didn't
don't
pick.
think so.
Jeremy, did you pick?
Yeah, I mean, I think Solo wins it, so Fatu can move on. I don't know. I'm not a big Solo fan, but I'd rather Fatu go for something bigger. So
I think he gets there eventually, but there's so much going on with the world title right now. The two, I don't think it's at the point where I think they get John Cena out and get some other things going, and then maybe he has a road to it. I still think they're gonna. As much as I'm tired a little bit of this too, I still think they're going to feud back and forth.
Solo didn't win that title too long ago, right? How long ago did Solo win it?
I mean, that was the last PLE.
Yeah. But Fatu didn't have it much longer before that. So,
but that's what I'm saying. Do we just want to keep ping ponging this title back
let's
and
do
forth?
it.
I don't.
Back and forth, back. And forth.
I want them to be separated, but I don't see any way that this ends with them being separated. So I'm going to pick who I want to win with Fatu and just, I
got somebody in my ear saying there's a trade being worked out where they get traded over to the show. Oh, maybe.
I think the only way you can break this story up is if one of them gets taken out and is out for time, right? Like that's the only way potentially you could end this thing. But even then all the minions are going to still fight.
Then when they come back,
they're going right after.
We're right back into it.
Yeah, I know.
So this is actually the shortest odds on the card.
Kyle, did you pick?
Yeah, Fatu.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, so this is actually the shortest odds. Solo's minus 140 and Fatu's plus 100. So it's basically a pick 'em.
Okay. All right. Next match on the card here. We got my mouse went away. We got the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Speaking of matches I'm tired of, Lyra Valkyria and Becky Lynch. Guys, I don't know if it's just me, but Lyra's reactions are going down. Like, I feel like she didn't when she was talking. I actually saw this part of Raw, I believe. Now I've seen a lot. Was she on there with the shoes, right? She had those.
Yeah, Becky Stompers.
Becky Stompers.
Yeah, Becky Stompers, and she
and
got
she
no
the
reaction.
rest of the promo.
And it was like no.
She gets the reaction with her entrance, and then when she's wrestling, her promos fall a little flat.
Yeah, I don't know if it's maybe she needs a heel turn to get to maybe.
I don't know if she's a believable heel though.
I don't know, but something needs to change.
She sounds too innocent. Like to
And then
be
you've
like,
got-
I'm gonna smash somebody. Like she has that like I'm gonna hit you so hard and it's gonna really hurt you. You know, like it isn't believable. It's just, and I think her wrestling is great. I think her entrance is cool, but like when she gets on the mic, she just doesn't sound like she really wants to hurt anybody. It's like,
and then you've got Bailey, who's it's a weird spot. Like she's just kind of all down, and like I could see her. I mean, I know we've seen these three, but do we see a Bailey heel turn and she just comes out and just disrupts this match? I don't know. I mean, I feel like that Becky's done a good job of elevating this title, but this is the same. I have the same feeling for this match as I did the last one. Like we've had this same back and forth. How does this ever end? Like, can we get these two away from each other ever? Like, how does this happen? I don't know. I'm really tired of it. I'm hoping that maybe if we keep going back and forth with it, then I guess kind of like the other match, we're gonna. I actually care a little bit more about Solo and Jacob just because at least there's some other people involved and there's some bloodline story sort of in there. These two, they have a long history, but all I've seen is they go back and forth. I'm not as interested in this one. So I'm going to say Becky Lynch just because I need Lyra Valkyrie to go away or something. I'm kind of over this. I think she needs some kind of character revamp. Something like, again, the entrance is great. She's good in the ring. She's really good in the ring, but something is just not working. So I'm going to go with the man, Becky Lynch here.
I'm gonna go with Lyra. I think because the stipulation is if she loses, she can never challenge for the title again. And so I think
she can go away from Becky Lynch. That's even better. Excellent.
That's the point I was going to make, Brandon. You were talking. This is what makes this match and the last one different. There is no way to get them away from each other in the last match. There's a built-in stipulation to get these two away from each other.
That's great. I'd forgotten about that, Brandon. Thanks for reminding me. Even makes me feel better about my pick. It's got to be Becky Lynch.
I think Lyra wins though.
No.
I think Lyra wins, and then we'll get Lyra and Bailey again, and then Becky will go into to different things. I think Becky will go challenge for the one of the big title with whoever comes out that next match we'll talk about. But no, I think Lyra wins this, and that's to say she's great in the ring, but her promo skills need a little work. But she's fun to watch, and her entrance is really caught on with. It's kind of.
Uh-oh, guys. I think it's that time of the show.
Whose entrance is this? Is this Swaggy? I don't think this is Diggs or Jeremy.
Oh, it is.
It's Diggs.
It is. It's the professor.
Doctor. Nice.
Matt Diggs. Welcome, sir.
Thank you for having me. Glad to be on the tail end on the first ever 2-night Summer Slam pre-show Off the Ropes edition. I'm excited to be here.
So, Matt, we've kind of gone over the card so far.
Call him Matt.
Yeah, I know. Let's call him Matt. Professor, he gets that all the time.
I've never heard him called Matt, except by the other Matt.
I know. Oh yeah, because you got Matt and Matt, the Diggs and Steph.
Well, I would talk about Steph. I was talking about Bryce. Matt, Bryce. Yeah.
Okay.
He calls him Matt. But.
So what we'll do is we'll let you get caught up here, Professor, and I'll go through what we've already picked so far, so we can get your pick, so we can see how terrible in the pick'em world you are in wrestling.
Reigning and defending right here, buddy.
I don't know about wrestling though. I don't know if that's the same. All right, so we start with night one, and it will be Sami Zayn, Karrion Kross. Who you got?
Give me Karrion Kross to put himself over.
He's gonna sign that new deal.
I think so.
Okay, all right. You got Roman Reigns and Jey Uso versus the Bees, Braun and Bronson.
They're not going to let big win on a major pay-per-view. So give me the Bloodline 3.0.
Okay. We got Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss versus Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez.
It's actually good creative. Give me Flair and Alexa.
Okay. All right, and we've got Randy Orton and Jelly Roll versus Drew McIntyre and who's that guy? Oh yeah, Jake, or not Jake Paul. The other Paul brother. Logan Paul.
I think this is an upset. Give me Drew and Logan to beat Jelly Roll.
Oh, that's you're the lone picker of that one there. All right, so you got Tiffany Stratton, Jade Cargill.
Give me new. Give me Jade.
Boo on that. All right, so we got CM Punk versus Gunther.
Give me a cash in and a new champion with the non-injured Seth Rollins.
Ooh, you and KO on the same page there, Kyle. You got another man, you guys are on the same page again. This is 2 shows in a row. I'm not sure.
Great minds. Great minds, Professor. Great minds.
I don't even think they're going to give CM Punk the title before they have Seth come in there and get it. I think this is going to be done.
What I said, Bigsy. I said that Punk's going to be there about to pin Gunther, and then Rollins' music is going to hit, and Rollins going to cost him the title, and Punk's not even going to get it on Saturday.
Right.
I like it. I feel better about it now.
So my match I'm looking most forward to on this card, as far as Spot Fest, and maybe too Spot Festy for you, Professor. I don't know, but we've got the tag team championship match. You've got a 6-way TLC match. White 6, DIY, Street Profits, Fraxium, Motor City Machine Guns, Andrade, and Ray Phoenix.
That's a tough one, given the craziness. It'll be a good match. I think the Street Profits are the best team in the face of that division, so I think they give it back to them.
Ooh, okay. All right, and we've got Intercontinental Championship.
Wait, hold on. I want to tell Diggs. So he said he picked the Street Profits, right?
Yeah.
Plus 700, the second longest odds to win that match. So if you need to know that for any extracurriculars.
Yeah, Professor, if you know anyone that wages anything on wrestling, might be a good underdog pick.
Apparently, Dirt Sheet Brandon's going to be offshore Brandon with his new character.
call up Emmanuel Classe and Shohei's agent or interpreter.
Yeah.
We got AJ Styles and Dominic Mysterio for the Intercontinental Championship.
Dirty Dom retains.
Okay. And we've got Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu steel cage match for the U.S. title.
Jacob Fatu goes over at SummerSlam.
All right. So
we have a 20-minute show if we could get answers like this down the road. I don't know if anybody would watch it, but we could just right there.
Yeah. Well, and okay, so since we were quick with you, is there any of those matches that stick out to you as far as something you're looking for, or anything in the matches, like shenanigans, things that are going to happen?
I mean, I think the end of, I think we're going to get the storytelling that they typically do with the WrestleManias, the 2 nights, and I think it's got to be Seth. I mean, a CM Punk Gunther match is boring in and of itself. You got to have that third level of that, and I think they've been working on some storytelling. So I'm interested in that, and if Seth is truly hurt, they're going to have something crazy and complex to replace that, and I would be curious what that would be if it's not Seth, because it's got to be something, because unfortunately, Gunther could not carry a main event stadium match.
All right. Okay, so the match we're at, you're all cut up now. We are on Lyra Valkyria versus Becky Lynch. Brandon, you just went, Brandon, and you said you think you're going to go with Lyra, correct?
I did.
Okay, I went with Becky Lynch. We are at the stipulation, and I mentioned, Professor, that I'm tired of seeing them wrestle back and forth over and over. And the stipulation is, as Kyle pointed out, if Becky Lynch, or I think Brendan, you pointed that out. Brendan pointed it out. If Becky Lynch wins, then Lyra can no longer challenge for this title. So that makes my pick feel better. What do you think about this one?
I disagree with you to the extent that I enjoy these matches. These are ones I don't fast forward through. I think this is the class of the women's division right now. I think this is a perfect example of how they finally put over some new NXT talent and put them on par with the big dogs. But I think Lyra's going to win it. I think Becky is specifically doing this to put her over, and I think that's what's going to happen on this show.
Okay. All right. KO, Jeremy, one of y'all go up.
I'm with Diggsy again. I know, shocker, but I'm with the professor again. I think Lyra goes over, and I think Becky's whole job in this feud is to put Lyra over. She got the title to elevate the title, make it bigger, and then she will put Lyra over to retain the title. But I do think they're done after this. Like, I don't think they keep going back and forth. I think maybe Lyra and Bailey get something going. And I'm also with Diggs. I'm not tired of this. I could watch these women wrestle. Like, they're both really good in the ring, and I'm not tired of seeing it. Like, I'm tired of seeing a Karrion Kross and a Sami Zayn go at it. Like, I would rather watch Becky and Lyra all day, every day over that. So, but give me Lyra to win on Sunday.
I'm going Lyra as well. I think Becky Lynch is there to put her over, and I think Becky takes some time off. After this, I think she probably takes a little bit of a hiatus for a little bit, get some time away, get some time with her daughter. You can kill two birds with one stone with that. You can kind of write her off by her losing the title. She can take some time away, and then you can let Lyra grow. And I think, a Bailey feud's a pretty obvious one. Maybe whoever loses, somebody that loses a match could swing around and be somebody for Lyra to go after. But I think Lyra wins this one.
All right. I guess so am I by myself on this one? Man.
You're picking because you're tired of seeing the match. You're not thinking clearly.
Well, I just think it's a good way to get away from these two because
her Irish younger person and put her over. And I think that's what her personality more is like in real life. And I think that's, probably what she booked to do in this 4 to 6 month window. She's like, I'll come back, I'll work for 4 to 6 months, but I want to do this and I want to put her over. And I think that's why she's only worked with her, because that's all she really wants to do right now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm with you guys. I like them in the ring. I just feel like it's every week them back and forth since Becky's come back, and it's I feel like that we should, we've got all these talented NXT women that we could see seeing every week, and I feel like they're not getting the chance because we're sitting here going back and forth with Becky Lynch and Lyra Valkyria. I think that's my main problem. There's so many good wrestlers right now that's WWE has.
I gotta argue with you. I really didn't want to argue with you, Brett. I just you say that this is something I was thinking about, kind of even going into this show, is that we're really seeing almost all of these NXT stars flounder when they get up to the big show, and I think the reason is they don't have star power. They might be good wrestlers, but they don't have star power, and maybe outside of whoever Mariah May's real name is over there, Blake, whatever,
Monroe.
or feel like trying to make her bad. But I mean, I watch NXT now and I'm seeing like Ricky, whatever they're calling him, and Ethan Page, and they're just floundering right now. It's because they have no star power on their own. So I think you sitting here and saying, oh, we need to start focusing on these other NXT, they're not stars. They're not even close to being stars, Brett. I don't know what you're seeing.
Stephanie Vaquer, you don't like seeing her wrestle?
I don't even like seeing Julia and whoever the other Stephanie Vaquer. They're not. They're great wrestlers, but they're not there in star power. And you're pointing to all these other people who are not there on star power. Tiffany was the only, for me, no brainer when it comes to people who are going to be stars coming up. The rest of them are just nice hands who are going to just be supportive talent for the stars.
But they're pushing Jade Cargill, who can't wrestle.
That's what they do, Brett. That's what they do.
That's why we talked about that earlier. I'm not a fan of that, because Tiffany Stratton's your Rocket right now, and you're about to bury her with someone that can't even wrestle. I'm not a fan of that. Go ahead, Jeremy.
I was just saying, I think Vaquera's got the star power. I just think they need to figure out what they want to do with her, because I think she's a better heel-ish character. But then they had her the other night with Nikki Bella, and they're like hugging after the match, and Rhea Ripley. Like, I think she's better in the give her the red outfit, give her the black, let her come out with the music. Like, it's much more heelish. And I think she's got the ability to get there as a star more than anybody else because she's not terrible on the mic in spite of the limited. She can pull in the with the bilingual thing. I think she's going to be the one that they're going to push next. But
you got Jordan Grace will come up at some point too, and I think she'll be good on the main roster. So I think she's not gonna. She'll feud with Monroe. I think that'll probably be her last feud if I was guessing, and they'll probably move her up. So I think she'll be good. Again, it's not that I just think they should mix them in and give them a chance. Like I agree they've buried some people on the main roster. Like Carmelo Hayes is number one to me. Like he was so over in NXT, and I don't even know is he still with the Miz like hanging out in the back, or they've just kind of not done anything with him. And I think that's why like they've really done a good job with Trick. They've now got him over on TNA doing some things, and like so he's able to keep his star power while not even. And you still got Obafemi, which I don't know what they'll do with him. He doesn't have the super great mic skills. I'll be interested to see how he translates to the main roster at some point. But yeah, I mean they're really good at NXT. They've just got to find ways to translate them better, and I'm hoping that they do that because at some point your Roman Reigns, your Seth Rollins, these guys are gonna, start taking an even more limited schedule and limited role. CM Punk, he's only got so many years left. You got to find these new stars, and they just haven't been able to do that. I'm hoping that they've got Braun Breaker. They're trying to strap him with Paul Heyman and push him. So we'll see what they do. But yeah, I just want more people to get more chances. I think that's part of the reason why going back and forth with them. I think it's fine if they put Valkyrie over. I hope she gets better on the mic because right now, the limited crowd reaction she's getting right now is troubling to me. She get like we mentioned, great pop coming in, like she can go in the ring, but it's that in between right now that she's really struggling with. All right, speaking of women's matches, we got a triple threat women's match. I guess technically this is the second time they've hit a triple threat. Last time it was a little different scenario with Naomi cashing in and winning. But if it's anything like the other one, oh my goodness, sign me up for this match. Like we're adding Naomi in here now, and so now, Kyle, what does that mean? Is there any rules in this match, KO, in a triple threat?
No, I do not believe so.
So we could see anything in this match.
Yes.
So sign me up. I think this one's going to be crazy and great. I think Naomi's had a great run with this caution, like proceed with caution. I never thought that would take, but this is her best run for me of any of the glow and all that. So I don't know how they do this. Like I feel like she's done such a good job of keeping it, but then you've got Rhea Ripley's just a star. You've got Io Sky. Those two have been friends. I don't know if there's a turn coming with one of those, but as much as I hate it, I think Naomi's done such a good job as a heel to deserve this, but I think she takes the pin. And then we see more Io and Rhea again somehow. I'm gonna say Rhea wins, and she takes the title, and maybe we see Io and Rhea again. Maybe one of them doesn't like the other, like they get mad at each other, and we see another match. Because honestly, after that last one, sign me up for a couple more of those.
Wait, so you're gonna have Naomi lose the title in like less than 3 weeks?
Yeah,
I don't see that happening at all. I think Naomi wins. I don't know how it happens. I mean you run because I have never been a Naomi proponent. I hated the glow stuff. I hated the stuff she did way before. But this has been her best character work, not only on screen, but also she's taken the same as like Drew and elevated herself through social media, and she's used that to build her character just like Drew has. And I mean, if you have her lose this, you just wasted everybody's time and her time, and I mean, you'll never believe anything she does again. Like,
I mean, here, okay,
you might as well. You better hope she didn't have a contract, because if you have her lose this, she's done.
So
she's
here,
done.
try this, Brandon. So we talked about the interference earlier. What if Naomi interferes and she can't get Jade out of her head? She goes over and tries to interfere in that match and messes up and makes Jade lose. and Jade comes back the next night in a match that has no rules and basically takes her out. So she doesn't technically lose the title that way. And then you have Jade and her, like, we put them in a street fight or a brawl again or something. I don't know. I'm just saying. I
mean,
like
yeah, I
Naomi.
guess you could, but like, I would have rather just keep the briefcase on her and then have her go take it in that match against Jade. But she's got the title now. She's not losing this title. She's not losing this match. I don't know what's going to happen in it. I expect a pretty good match, but we'll see what happens. But if Naomi loses this match, I'm gonna be very not because I'm a Naomi fan. I'm just being very unhappy on the next show because like it just won't make any sense. And I think I would just say like you better hope she's on an expiring contract like Karrion Kross because I would never believe anything she does ever again if she loses this match. So I think like because that was.
So if you believe if she cheats and she wins, he's more believable than if she just gets beat.
I mean that's how she's been doing. Yeah, that's what she's been doing. This is her character now.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not cheating, and now it's a triple threat. We just went over that.
I know, but
rules.
But it's still cheating. I mean, even if
there's no rules. There's no cheating.
I know, but it's still. I mean, it's still shenanigan way to win type thing.
Well, that's why you have a triple threat. This whole night is shenanigans.
I know. I just
give me a storyline, Brett. I've got your storyline.
I'm with it. I mean, I just like Rhea Ripley is your. Like she is the top dog in this division. Like right now, she is like how I don't know.
Okay, we're getting this transfer portal thing, and we're gonna have Rhea against Jade.
Well, maybe NIL money they sweep her over. I don't know. I'm just going who I'm picking. You know, I may be wrong. I'll probably be wrong on half of these. That's okay.
Let me give you your story, Brett. And this is this kind of fits what you want. And I'm going to agree with Brandon here. I like Naomi as well, but Bianca comes out, heel turn, helps Naomi win, and kind of sets up maybe Bianca and Jade. Well,
Diggs, you weren't here earlier. I said the only way Jade doesn't win on Saturday is Bianca cost her. You know, like I think. Well, but the only thing Bianca did this interview the other day, and it made it seem like she's not going to be around for a while. So we'll see. Hopefully, it's just a work.
Well, Seth Rollins doesn't think he's going to be around for a while either. So
he hasn't actually said that. So
well, but I mean, nowadays, can you really believe it? I mean, everything's out there. So
and she didn't technically say it either. It was just the way she was talking about different things she has coming up and stuff. It just made it seem like, hey, she's going to take some time off. She never technically said that. It was just kind of reading between the lines, But I would love to see a Bianca turn. I'm with Diggs. If that happens, I'm good with that. But as to say, I think it would be more she helps Naomi, not cost him. I don't think Naomi's losing. Let's get it. That's it. And she's definitely not taking the pin.
Right. I'm with Brandon. I don't think Naomi's losing. I think Naomi wins this match. And I was gonna say I think she gets help from somebody. I didn't think Bianca until Diggs said it. That would make sense. But I do think she gets help from somebody. She's just to what you were talking about, Brett. Like that is her gimmick now. Like she does the nefarious stuff. Like she's a heel. That's what she does. And to Brandon's point, it's a triple threat. There is no cheating. She's taking advantage of the match. I mean, that's what she's doing. So I think she wins, but I think she has help. I don't know. Maybe it's Bianca, but maybe it's somebody else. But I think Kyle, she has help.
Kyle, how about? I mean, maybe reunited with Nia, but how about Tiffany's been kind of leaning on that heel line. What if we get you scratch my back Saturday night, I'll scratch your Sunday night, and we get a Tiffy Naomi power duo, both holding titles?
It could. I think Naomi, the way Naomi's going though, she's gonna need help. Like she's gonna have to. You don't see these slimy heels running around on their own. Like even when Roman was at his peak with the Bloodline, he had the Usos there to do all of his bidding for him. Like I think Naomi's gonna get a mini faction, but I don't know who it is. It could be Bianca, but I don't know.
Lash Legend.
Could be Lash. I was thinking Jakara maybe coming up.
No, because they got
Jada. I mean,
yeah. So they cut Jakara, and she's Jada, not TNA. Yeah.
But
Miss Parker, yeah.
I mean, I think you could use that to bring in NXT talent up, get them some shine next to Naomi. So I think Naomi wins, with help from someone. I'm just not sure who.
I like it. I like that better than
Maybe that's where Rikishi comes in.
well,
Yeah, maybe. Jeez Louise. We do not need to see Rikishi anywhere near SummerSlam.
I think the only way that Naomi would lose is if Rhea finally pins Io Sky. Right? That's the only way that I can see them taking the belt off Naomi is if you want to give Rhea the final, like, finally I can beat Io. Otherwise, I mean, I don't think it's going to happen, but I think that's the only way. I don't think you pin Naomi. I think in that situation, we're like, oh, you don't even have, the champion can lose this without getting pinned. They always say that, and I think that would be the way you could make it work where she doesn't take the loss technically, but I think she wins. I think Naomi keeps the title, and I think Rio and Io, I just screwed that up. Rhea and Io, I knew I was going to do that. I think they get so consumed with each other and beating each other that Naomi's able to just kind of sneak in at one point when they knock each other down, and she steals a pin out of it because they're going to be so hell-bent on beating each other out of it that she comes in and kind of gets that sneaky pin like Becky did when she won the title, the quick rollover, I flipped the script.
That's the same thing they did at Mania, though. That would just be running it back. I mean, that's the same thing they did because Rhea and Bianca were too focused on each other. Io came in there and won the thing. So I think that would be kind of lame if they did the same thing they did at Mania at SummerSlam.
And Jeremy,
just run it back.
Jeremy, it's okay. There was a Rio in AEW at one time.
Yeah, I'm telling you. It's too close. Too many vowels.
Brett earlier was saying something about he could never believe Io beating Rhea, but that's all she's ever done. Like Rhea's never beat Io.
No, that's the story.
That's what I said. I just said if you looked at them on tape, like if you look at Io and you look at Rhea, like no one in real life, if you ever put that fight out, is going to go, oh yeah, Io's winning it every time.
But she's won it every time.
I know, but it doesn't make sense. But I'm just saying, if you were to look at it, if you saw somebody that didn't watch wrestling and you said, hey, these two girls are going to fight, who's going to win? Like the odds are not going to swing in Io's favor at all.
I think
that's the hard thing with Io. I think she's phenomenal. I just think sometimes when you put her against like a Rhea Ripley, it's just hard to go,
I also don't think that it's SummerSlam is the time to give Rhea her first win over Io in a triple threat match. You want that moment at a WrestleMania in a one-on-one match where she finally defeats Io and wins the title or whatever.
Finishes your story.
Yeah, I don't think you do that at a SummerSlam in a triple threat match. But
and I think you said Rhea's got star power. I think she's one of the few stars that can be super relevant without having a title. Like the title doesn't make her the superstar. Like she can elevate the title, but she doesn't need it. Like she's so good at what she does, and she gets such big pops. She doesn't have to have a title. She's one of the few that can do that, where she's just as good without it as she is with it.
Has everybody picked?
Diggs is not, but I'm pretty sure that he's going to go the same way as you guys.
I mean, I already said Naomi, but I have to argue with Jeremy. I got to argue with some Jeremy at some point here. If the other one didn't want to come, I got to just go against him when it comes to this, because at the end of the day, Rhea, I feel like, got up to that next level because of superior storytelling. And she hasn't had a story this year. I mean, it's just been fighting for titles. And I go back to the Dirty Dom story and then the heel turn. That's really what took her to that next level. I think she needs a story at some point. Yes, she can stand on her own, but they got to give her a storyline. And if they don't do that, if there's like, oh, well, she's good enough to be able to do this without a storyline, I think she's going to falter at some point.
No, I mean, I'm not saying she doesn't need a story. I just don't think she has to have the belt to be as big as she is. I mean, she, like some of them, I don't know. Just some people you forget about if they don't have a title. I don't think she's the opposite. She just does a good job of keeping herself relevant and whatever. But yeah, she needs a story of some sort for sure, just like they all do. But I don't think she has to win the title to be as big as she is and stay that way.
It's ironic because the first time I'm getting interested in Charlotte again is because they finally gave her a story I'm invested in. Like, I want to see where this Alexa, friendship enemy thing goes. I think the audience is already buying into it. They're starting to cheer her again because of a good story. So at some point, Liv has really elevated herself because of good stories. So if they just keep floundering, I think creative's got to kick in. And that's not to say you're wrong, Jeremy. It's just saying that creative has not given her anything in 6 months. And I'd like to see and just saying, instead of saying, okay, Rhea is Rhea, she's mommy and she can just come out there and wrestle and be okay. It's getting tiresome without a story.
Yeah. All right, guys. I picked first, and you've convinced me. I think I'm going to switch my pick to Naomi.
No.
No, I can. No, y'all switch y'all's picks all the time, and I go first before y'all all talk.
You would have switched after I tell you the odds here in a little bit.
Huh?
I said you would have switched after I told you the odds.
That's why I wanted to do it before the odds, because I feel like I know what it is. I got to hear some different sides. I always said I thought Naomi winning would be a good thing. I was kind of like, I was the opposite of Jeremy. I wanted Rhea to win the title because she doesn't have a story, but I don't think Rhea gets pinned. I think it's Io. I'm going to say that. I think Naomi pins Io, and Rhea does not get pinned. I think Rhea ends up getting jumped. I like your theory of I would like to see, we talked about NXT a minute ago, Professor. I would like to see a couple of NXT prospects come up and ride under Naomi, so we get to see them and it builds their character in with her. I think that would be a great opportunity to do that. I mean, Bianca's great, Jay and all that, but I think this would be a great opportunity. I don't know who it is. There's, Jada Parker, there's Lash Legend. Y'all mentioned a couple of those. And I don't know why it has to be an African American. Anybody. I don't want to.
I said Tiffany. Come on now.
Well, Tiffany, to me, Tiffany doesn't make sense. I don't think you turn her heel yet. She's too hot right now.
You haven't been watching lately. She has been definitely leaning heel and been getting booed too.
I know. I don't think that makes. I mean, yeah, kind of. They scratch their back. That kind of makes sense. I think it'd be a great chance to bring up a couple of prospects from NXT, and it gets them camera time, it gets them some shine, and then of course it gives you a great chance to put one of them over. And so I think that's a great opportunity for that. So that's what I'm hoping for this, because I think that there's got to be some help. She's kind of been floundering by herself again. Y'all mentioned it several times. There's not many heels out there that win shenanigan wise all the time that can do it by themselves. Especially in a triple threat match. She's got to have, I mean, they're both going to go after her first. We know they're going to turn, go after her, get rid of her out of the way, and then they're going to go at it. And so she's going to need some help to even the odds in this match. And I'm curious to see who it is. All right, Brandon, shoot me with some odds. It's probably the most lopsided odds of the night. I'm just going to guess.
Yeah, let's see. It's the same as Roman and them, but she's going against two people. I mean, instead of one team. But yeah. So Io's plus 750, Rhea plus 400, and Naomi minus 1500.
Yeah,
she has an implied odds of 93.8% chance of winning.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Good job. Y'all convinced me. Yeah,
93.8% kind of convinced you there. But one thing I just wanted to follow up on, because I think to Brandon's point, Tiffany kind of gives me those MJF vibes. Like, she's got to be a heel, and it's through her heel work that she's probably going to become loved, and then needs to kind of go back to heel loved kind of thing through that heel work. So I the quicker we see her go heel, I think the better.
Diggs and I are on the same wavelength tonight a little bit too. So
look at there. All right,
it's scary, isn't it?
We'll see. We'll see if we're on the same wavelength in the main event here. We've got the undisputed WWE Championship match, the last real champion, John Cena, versus the soon-to-be heel, Cody Rhodes. I think it's happening. A double switch is happening. Cody's going to do some things, and John Cena is still going to be on top. He's going to be the face going out of this match. That's me as a John Cena guy. I think John Cena keeps it. I don't want to see him I think John Cena is going to continue with the title a little bit longer than this. I'm hoping. I've been enjoying it. I think the double switch happens. Maybe Cody Rhodes wins. I don't know, but man, I'm a John Cena guy, man. John Cena is my Hulk Hogan. I'm going with Cena.
I agreed with you up until the winner part. I do think we're getting Cody heel turn.
I still think, and here's why I'm picking him. I'll be honest. I've got 2 John Cena fans in my house that I just want to be the heel guy rooting for John Cena against Cody Rhodes, because I get to give, my son loves Cody Rhodes and so does my daughter, and they don't even know. All they know is John Cena the heel, basically. So I got John Cena a stuffed little John Cena for my son, and he wanted to throw it in the trash the other day. I was like, no, absolutely not. You're not throwing that in the trash. And so I could see this. I can tell the story either way. I don't know if this is the match they let him put it over on. I don't know. We'll see. But I do think the double turn is coming. They've kind of hinted at it.
Yeah, I think they already turned. I mean, they already turned. I mean, Cody was full heel the other night. I mean, you know, like
was that
bust him up and force him to sign a document. I mean,
the SmackDown thing.
That's about.
I don't know if that's full heel. I think that's about as heel as it gets. I mean,
that's illegal right there.
Well, John Cena didn't want.
It wasn't a match. There ain't nothing illegal about that.
No, I'm talking about like against the actual law for forcing someone else to sign something.
Half the stuff that happens in the wrestling rings against the law.
What happens if John Cena loses? And he said, "Well, I didn't really sign this contract. You forced me to sign it," and he gets the belt back. I mean, there's a lot of legal things you could do there. But
I think Cody wins too. But my only hang up on that is because he's about to go off just like Roman. But I think Street Fighter, like the way they made it sound, because it's got to be done by March 20th. So I think it's going to be a real quick process. So like I think he could be back to defend. Maybe not at Clash in Paris, but wherever the next.
So Brandon, let me ask you this: if that happens and Cena loses, what do you do with John Cena the rest of the year?
I mean, he come back and try to chase it for number 18.
I mean, I don't know. I think
he's Punk. If Punk wins, maybe I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't see him losing this year. I think for the reason that Cody's going to be leaving. I don't know that you want your top guy with a belt being out of the picture for a few months, even if it's not PLE section.
I don't think but from what I'm hearing, it's only like a couple week process. Like I think he'd be back for the next big show. He wouldn't be back for Clash in Paris, but the one after that. So whatever's So
I don't know.
But Cena's not around all the time either. So he's only got
I think we do the face heel turn, and I think that continues for a bit. And I think Cody finally wins it later, but I don't think he wins it here. I think Cena retains. I think Cena is going to, be the face, and I think Cody's going to be the heel. But I think Cena still wins.
It gives Cena a little run with the face with the belt.
We'll see.
I'm my face is shocked because I haven't even thought about Cody turning heel, and every one of y'all are like, "Yep, double turn this weekend." I mean, I get it's building up to it. I think Cody is going to turn, but already, all this feels rushed. Like it just feels rushed. It's to turn Cody and flip it all right here. I understand Cena has to be a babyface at some point. Cena is not ending his run as a heel, and I get that. But so we're gonna see Cena and Cody again with the roles just reversed down the road later on. Like, when does that? We talk about running matches back all the time. When does that end? Like, we got other things we could do. I do think Cena Cody turns heel, and I think Cena turns babyface. I just don't think it happens Saturday. I don't know, or Sunday. I don't know. Cena, I think, wins. I don't think Cody's getting the championship back. Not right now. And I think Cena's going to have help from somebody. Not Travis Scott. He's been, expelled from WWE. But I think Cena, I'm not even going to say.
You're going to say it? You're going to say it?
I'm not saying that jabroni's name. I'm not saying it. But I think Cena's going to get help from somebody or the ref. Guaranteed. Here's a prop bet for you, Brandon. There will be a ref bump. The ref will go down.
Oh, I do have some props here a little bit for this match. I forgot, but y'all go ahead.
I can hear it now. I can hear it now, Kyle. This music hits. He comes out.
I'm not entertaining that, Brett. I'm not entertaining it. But I do think Cena wins, retains, and down the road we do get a swap like that. I just don't see it happening Sunday.
Okay, Professor.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with parts of everything. I really like Kyle's point. I don't think we're going to see a Cody heel turn at this point, but I also can't see Cena win past this because this is effectively he's marketing himself as this is his final goodbye. Every time he does something, it's his last one. This is his last major show. Survivor Series is not what people consider a big one. He's not doing another Royal Rumble. So is he going to lose on Netflix? I mean, if he's going to lose, it's got to be now. He's had his run, and I think he's going to go out. And I think through this match he's going to turn face somehow, but I don't think it's going to be at Cody turning heel to do it. I think Cody's going to get booed just because people want to cheer Cena, but I think Cody's going to kind of stay in that area where Cena has been in the past, where he's like, y'all, I'm going to do what I need to do, but I'm not going to, tell the kids that I hate them or anything. And I don't see Cody doing that at all. I think he was, even listening to some of his podcast stuff, I don't think he has that personality, and I don't think he could really sell that character. Cena's not even really selling this character very well. So I think if you force it, it is big warning signals that the WWE's got problems. So I'm going to take Cody to win, but I don't agree with this double turn.
Wow, this show has been a lot of different opinions. Good stuff tonight, fellas. I think we've got just by seeing how differently we're seeing things, it's going to be a good show. Just because, Professor, we talked about it earlier. 6 months, a year ago, we were going down and we all had the same opinion. There's basically like, this person's going to win. This person, we kind of knew what everything was going, and now it's like they can go so many different directions with most of these matches. We think we know some of them, but there's still some doubt that they could go a different direction. I like it because it makes me want to tune in.
I agree, but there's definitely some problems in WWE when it comes to that star power. So it's going to be interesting to see, like you said, how they address it. The only one of this current crop that I think is a believable star right now is Braun Breaker. The rest of them are just very questionable. And Tiffany, I guess, if you want to go back to that side of things, Tiffany and Braun. But the rest of them, they're just really flailing. Like, even the tag division, as good of matches as they do, Fraxium is not, to me, a main event kind of a tag team. So they're really floundering when it comes to star power. So this could be a reset, or it could be more of the same. We'll find out.
All right. Well, any
final
thoughts? Go ahead, Brandon.
Yeah. Well, on this main event, like a couple things. So Cody's actually favored -300. Cena's +200. And then, so here we got, so how they always do the advertisements on WWE and AEW. It's like, hey, we're sponsored by DraftKings tonight, and go fill out these. So that they have some questions posted for this match. So the first one is, who will win the street fight for the undisputed WWE Championship? And it has Cena retains title, Cody wins by pinfall, Cody wins by submission, or other outcome. I think Cody wins by pinfall, and but y'all said y'all think Cena wins, he retains. But which color? What color will Cena's outfit, hat, and shirt be during the fight? Does he go Jets colors or Giants colors?
I think we're gonna have a mixture. We're gonna have a mixture.
I think he goes Jets because Cody's too close to Giants already. Cody's red, blue, white.
The choices are green, blue, orange,
Jets
or other.
To be the contrast.
Yeah,
green.
Yeah, green. That's what they agree. And then, which weapon will be used first? Chair, trash can lid, kendo stick, or other/none?
Kendo.
Okay. And then, how will the match end? Pinfall, submission, other? I think it's going to be pinfall.
I think it's chair.
It can't be other. It's either pinfall or submission, right?
Disqualification. Yeah, you can't.
Well, it gets street fight, so I don't know how you get other either. But pinfall. And then, will Cody kick out of a attitude adjustment? Yes, at least once. Yes, multiple times. No, he avoids it entirely. Or no, the AA finishes the match.
No,
I think multiple times.
I think it's a couple times. I think they both kick out of finishers. I think
I disagree with.
Professor's going to love this. I think there's going to be a lot of false finishes.
Well, here we go.
I'm with you on this, Diggs. I hate that. It is annoying the hell out of me.
Well, then we got, how many crossroads will Cody hit? None, 1, 2, or 3 or more?
3 or more.
He'll do the trifecta, huh?
3.
He'll hit a triple to win it, but I think there's going to be, at least, if he wins it, I think there's going to be at least 2 other times he hits it.
Yeah, he'll hit others. I think the trifecta, if he were to win, he's going to hit the trifecta, but he's going to hit it other places too.
And then, will anyone interfere? Solo,
yes,
LA Knight, or none or other?
Both other.
You think Solo or no?
Sure. Everybody, it's going to be everyone. It's a
But
street
do Solo
fight.
or LA Knight? Do you think either one of them do?
So
Yes, LA probably.
I have a question though. Why would they care about?
Oh no,
one
not
of these
LA.
guys?
No, other. No, neither one of them.
Because they don't care about like Cena and Rhodes don't really have anybody else that's been really feuding with. Like they don't really not like each other, or they don't have people like trying to get.
But they have a title. That's the only thing.
I would say Breaker or Bronson Reed would be more likely to do it than anybody, just to create some more chaos.
And then,
if you're going to do that.
Ooh, hey, could Seth cash in this match? I don't think they will.
Think so.
I think.
He could, but I don't think
he's
so.
tied to Punk too much. I think it needs to be something involving Punk.
I agree. And then I think this is the definite. Will a referee get hurt or taken out in this match?
Yes.
Charles Robinson.
All my money on that one.
Charles Robinson.
Who's the referee?
Charles
if it's Robinson, it's 100%.
Which move will be attempted first? Attitude adjustment, crossroads, disaster kick, or 5-knuckle shuffle?
Attempted disaster kick.
Yes. And then the last question, what will be the first weapon used after the bell rings? Table, sledgehammer, chain, or none? Fist first.
Oh, fist, I would think.
Fist, I guess.
Yeah. But if it's one or the other, I'd say a table.
Yeah.
Or probably
after the bell rings.
Yeah, it's like after the. I guess
table?
Probably the first. I'd say.
So the bell rings, they run outside, immediately get weapons, Cam.
Grab a table.
Let me get a table real quick.
I mean, it didn't have to be like right when the bell rings. It's just the first one after the bell rings.
Hey, speaking of that, Devon, grab the tables.
Yeah, we're going to see him in a match.
Right? Like that's going to happen. That's going to be interesting. We'll have to talk about that when it gets closer. Yeah. All right, final thoughts, guys. Anything else before we wrap up the show? I think we're in for a good wrestling. Yeah.
My final thoughts, because I like to put people over as well. I could put over everybody here. The head of the table is doing great work for football season. We know Dirt Cheap Brandon is getting ready, but I would be remiss if I didn't say the return of the Beast of the East is coming very, very soon. And I believe if you're talking about big schools in East Texas, when it comes to Brandon's side of that area, that Tyler Legacy probably has worse odds than anybody that we've talked about so far of even winning a district game. So we had minus 1,500 was, or plus 1,500 was the worst. I would say Tyler Legacy has even better odds if you are betting against them of not winning one district game this year.
You have a Legacy.
There's still Royce City.
Yeah,
I was about to say Royce City. They could beat
Royce City is much better this year. Their freshman class beat everybody last year.
The district is loaded, though.
Yeah, it is. It'll be interesting to see who ends up being the quarterback at the end of the season for Legacy.
So we'll have to see if you agree. We'll have our poll shows will be coming out over the next couple of weeks, and then we'll have our big schedule release show as well. So, yeah, lots of things going on with the Beast from the East, and a lot of similar faces will be joining our show on for those digs, and maybe you can even pop in and talk about the East Texas Malakoff teams of the world and Athens.
Run down. I just need to know what the Washington bloodline is in Longview. That's the kind of tie-in we need to know. I need to know who the next comings of the Washington family are.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll talk about that all, I'm sure. That's gonna do it for tonight's episode of the Beast from the East. I mean, you got me talking about Beast from the East. It's off the ropes. I'm ready for football season, guys. I'm already there. For the head of the table, KO Kyle Owens, Dirt Cheap Brandon, Professor Diggs, and the gym, Jeremy Diamond. I'm Mr. NetSN, Brett Swinney. We'll catch you next time right here on Off the Ropes. Good night, everybody. You can't see me, my time now. God or fell off, I'm still hot, knock your shell off. My money stacked fat, plus I can't turn the swell off. A franchise doing big business, I live this, it's automatic. I win this, so you hear those horns, you finish. A soldier, and I stay under you fighting. Plus I'm storming on these chumps like I'm thunder and lightning. Ain't no way you breaking me, kid, I'm hard as nails. Plus I keep it on lock like I'm part of the jail. I'm slaughtering stale,
no bait. Get your boy whole weight. I got my soul straight. I brush your mouth like Colgate. In any weather, I'm never better. Your boy's so hot, you never catch me in the next man's sweater. If they hate, let them hate. I drop your whole clan. Lay your ass down for the 3-second tan. Your time is up, my time is now. You can't see me, my time is now. It's the franchise where I'm shining now. You can't see me, my time is now.
It's gonna be what it's gonna be. 5 pounds of courage, buddy base, 10 pants with a gold tee. It's a war dance, a victory step. A boss stance is a gift, and you insist it's my rep. John Cena trademark, y'all are so-so. And talk about the bread you make, but don't know the recipe for dodo. Aiming guns in all your photos, that's a no-no. When this pop, your lip lock, your big socks are blatant no-so. See what happens when the ice age melt. You see monetary status is not what matters, but it helps. I rock a timepiece by Benny, if any. The same reason y'all could love me is the same reason y'all condemn me. A man's measured by the way that he thinks, not clothing lines, ice links, leather and minks. I spent 20 plus years seeking knowledge of self. So for now, Mark Breck is living life for wealth.